Trixie? Trixie calling them outside.
I'm in the middle of a race, Trixie. Don't talk to me now. Can't you wait till it's over?
Hey, yo, my Masakini's glowing, fumes copping and going. Bagging in the Louis ski suit like it's snowing. Nigga took his sniff, ripped his shirt like he Hogan. Sales popped the 6'6" from 3, he was poked up. Blew a kiss at the CEO like I'm gold dust. Always us, I don't even know what he blown up. Coughing up blood, meet the legend of Big Dog. Greg Lauren gloves, mismatched with a big drum. Having powwows, each one gon' teach one. I don't know Spanish, but for work I'ma speak some. Devil trying to change, God plan trying to tweak some. I was on the grind since a guy for a week plus. I was on the grind, the Valley Mass in the G-Pump. Ocean 44 in Scottsdale trying to eat lunch. 25 Ferrari truck jumping from speed bumps. Ever since Brain for Paris, niggas can't keep up. Nigga dropped a brick on the floor, had to sweep up. Mirror Kami LV case from my teacup. Whoa.
See no evil, third eye covered, but I hear him call me. Wicked ways for the cash, till the demons haunt me. Even Victor off his laugh with a kilo on. If I wasn't rapping, I'd be cooking in your bitch apartment. You think she raw, we still treat her like she stepped on. You know the cocaine lexicon is extra long. They throwing rocks at the sky, and here they got a lot to say. But it's quiet when I pull up, I'm the Tesla guy. We dying to crash out, the airbags Louis Vuitton. Before I landed, boy, that shit wasn't doing the job. You know that Scorpion put air in the tires. You couldn't open the locks. We brought the money, power, you know the key to life. I still have a D tonight. Well, I can't let the yay go, you know. I still end up deep in white. My mama told me not to touch the stove. She was right.
Sorry, mama.
I was a grand wizard, glass pop blizzard. Money Bigfoot on the pedal, speed the Benz up. So much blowing these coke wings, shit lift me up. Yeah, them broke niggas envy us. Keep them over there, shit. I just had to leave me. Niggas wanna be me bad. Talk like me, walk like me, cook like me, look like me, braids like me. Coke white, yeah, through the foggy water waves like I don't even need a bar. Hop out and walk on the water. My plug stuck at the border. How I'm supposed to get the order? 10K for the coke seats and I only stayed for a quarter.
Take that dude.
Stop!
Steve, listen to me. Always his brother Hap has got to win. Please let him.
Why should I let him win? I'm out to win myself. Now sign off and don't bother me.
But Hap must win so that he can pay for the doctors to make his sister well. And besides, Hap would then be hired to manage a big car factory. That would solve all their money problems. Please let him win, Steve.
It doesn't matter to me what his reasons are for wanting to win. I wouldn't be playing fair if I let him win the race on purpose.
But Steve.
I'll see you when the race is over, Trixie.
But Eloise is ill. They must have some money. Please let him win, Steve. 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 Oh.
I'll see you when the race is over, Trixie. Trixie! What's the deal? What's the deal? Trying to get all that set up and all that. Let's go back up here.
Salute the best chat on YouTube, man. Welcome in,
Salute
welcome
them
in.
people, man.
Welcome in, welcome in. Hit that like on the way in. I hope y'all having a blessed Monday and had a beautiful weekend. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. What's up with the people? The good people. What's going on with the damn chat and all that, man?
Dog our way, huh?
Shout out to good people. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube chizot. You know what I'm saying?
Salute the
Let me
chat.
take this off the screen right now either.
Salute my nigga Billy Mack. The party has officially started.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Salute Zaywalk in this mother. You know what I'm saying? P's and Q's, what's happening, my boy? BUNK Wack100 happening. J-Dog, my dog, what's going on, my good people? My good people. Will of M, what's going on, my peoples? You know what I'm saying? DJ in this mud, if I didn't say it before. You know what I'm saying? Salute the chat. Please hit that like on the way in. You know what I'm saying? Don't hesitate. Neem no magic, and that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Itchy Soda, what's happening? Salute the best chat on YouTube. Thank you for sitting here with the technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, hope you have.
They really tell me. I just want to put this chat on the damn.
Anytime that monkey come up, it's a problem. So you know what I mean? That's just how I feel. That's my association skills working. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna
That
lie
nigga
to
got the
you.
hammer too. He like something
Yeah, he's
going
like,
on,
yeah.
man.
You know what I'm saying? He don't look that smart, and that be the thing that
Right.
worries me. Like, damn, is he gonna fix it? Or salute.
Dead right now, bro. All right, I'm about to go.
Damn.
Shout out
Mickey
all the good
McMuffin.
people.
I forgot. All right, I'll bust down Mickey McMuffin with my brother to get it together.
No, go for it, bro. Like I said, it's just a chat.
No. Yeah, you know, I understand. You want to be you wanna be able to
online.
interact with the people. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out all the good people though off the back. You know what I'm saying?
Straight like that.
Itchy Soda in the building. J Dog. I see you. Need no magic. Gangland DJ. What it is? P's and Q's. What that shit do, fool?
Thursday we had a nail biter. We had Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco 2.0. Excellent game, high scoring game. It was 31-33. It comes down to a field goal at the end. As of late, the last 3-4 weeks, I've been talking field goal victories. This is another case of that. Joe Flacco drove down the field about 70 yards, executed greatly, and got the field goal victory. Felt bad for Aaron because that's my guy, but you know, win some, you lose some. We got the Panthers and the Jets. Salute my brother. Salute Carolina. You know what I'm saying? They got that victory. Kept the Jets with a no-win season thus far. I see a firing coming soon. With the Jets organization. You know what I'm saying?
I was
Are they
about to
0-7
slay.
now?
Sheesh.
What is this week? Yeah, they're 0-7.
5-1.
Nah, they're 0-7.
Are they?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, I thought they was 0-5.
No. This is week 7. This was week 7 right here.
Damn.
They ain't had a bye yet, so it'll catch
Okay.
up. Salute the Panthers. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't want to misquote, brother. Can you name your 2 running backs?
Chuba Hubbard and,
Herbert. Yeah,
Rico
that's a
Dowdle.
tongue twister for me. Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard, yeah.
Chuba. I just call him Chuba and other cuz. What's other cuz?
Rico Dowdle.
Rico. All right, Chuba and Rico. Now we all know Chuba is injury prone. He goes down. That's what he does. He been down. They got the kid Rico in there, rookie number 5. I've been watching every Panther game. He's excellent, explosive player. In fact, he's the reason for the last 2 victories. Keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? Chuba comes back, and this is one thing I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Chuba comes back. Yeah, he's the vet. I tell my brother I don't like it. My brother goes, well, he's that guy.
Facts.
You know, okay.
Facts.
But the thing is, in replacement of that guy, when that guy fell down and somebody needed to pick it up, they put it on the back of that rookie. And he came in there and executed great. And I don't think it's right for them to sit him the whole first quarter. Then he comes in second quarter, gets a little busy, but by then you're already fucked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you were not necessarily fucked. I sincerely apologize. You won the game, 13. But it was 3-3 up until halftime, I believe.
This the thing too, though. Just like you said, he do be getting banged up and shit. But this the thing, like him coming straight back into the game from injury, like we know he's been training and all that. You kind of want to slow that up. You don't want him to get back in there and do some extra hours or something. You kind of want to warm it back up.
Football's them games you got to warm up to.
Yeah, and this the thing.
See how the Packers did Parsons?
Right.
Let him play 15, 20 plays a game for the first 3 games.
And that's what I mean. You feel me? I think the whole first quarter thing was just like.
I think that was him.
I think it was a reason. That's what I'm saying. I think it was a reason for that. You
I think
mean?
Chuba came back. I think Chuba seen Cuz getting busy for the last 2 weeks and was like, understand this. When I come back, I'm playing. Because it was almost like a show of power. He didn't play the whole first quarter, and Chuba he wasn't getting busy. But then, you know, like you say, it could be him. Like, this is how I get acclimated back to the game. Right. I need that full quarter. You know what I mean? So I think it was a power move, and I don't know whose powers, but that's that. But I think Rico should get way more love. He did way better than Chuba.
Rico been holding it down with Chuba as well, bro.
What they need to do is put him at the slot.
Yeah,
put him at the slot.
And that's what they gotta. That's what they gotta do with bro too, because sometimes he don't always got that. You know what I mean? But that slot game is crazy.
He don't always got what?
The run game like that.
You talking about Chuba or Rico?
I'm talking about Rico. I think Rico worked better off the slide. If they play that nigga like Bijan Robinson,
exactly,
bro, we eating.
Or you could double back. Bryce likes to play shotgun. You just put both of them back there. Now that's a threat. The linebackers got to watch him. You're eliminating 2 more defensive players, but neither here nor there. I just didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? My Packers played the Cardinals. Very close game. Nothing to really talk about there. Packers come out on top. We got the 49ers and the Falcons. The score was 20-10, but it looked a lot better on TV than the score sounds. Bijan got busy and showed him McCaffrey, and it was an excellent game. We had the Jaguars and the Rams playing out in London, 6 a.m. in the morning. I was up for that. Shout out to my nephew O. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Lil Neem, because his team, the Rams, smashed 35-7. You know what I'm saying? 35-7. My nephew comes to my house yesterday. I opened the door for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, your team won. I like your jersey. Your team won. He's like, oh, we won, Uncle Dre? I was like, yeah, y'all won in London. He said, London has a team? I said, no, they don't got a team. They just took 2 special teams there, and your team was a special team, and y'all came out victorious, my boy. And shout out my nephew. He lost a tooth at the house yesterday. Salute that. Growing up real fast. So the Rams 35-7. Let me tell you something. Matt Stafford out there, one of those guys. He's just one of those guys. We got the Chiefs playing the Raiders. That's a divisional match. The Chiefs beat the dog shit out the Raiders, 31-0. An embarrassing matchup. If I'm not mistaken, Patty had about, let me see. Let me just get it accurate. Patty had about, he had 3 of them things. I didn't take that on Prize Picks, but I'm upset I didn't, because I would have won. We got the Browns playing the Dolphins, 31-6. Browns victory. Also see a firing coming there soon at the Dolphins. Tua got sat down for Quinn Ewers, fresh rookie out of Texas. One of my favorite. He had the mullet all through college and high school. He had the mullet, so I rocked with him, and he's an excellent player. He got him in the fourth quarter. Tua's either going to get sat. You seen Tua throw his team under the bus, brother?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh, well, you might want to peep that. It was kind of crazy. You know what
I'm
Tua's
with all due respect, yeah, but he's garbage anyway. That guy is you talk about injury prone. He's injury prone. He's a liability.
Yeah.
They need to scrap him anyway, but it's like, I don't know what they gave up and all that shit when they got bro. If they putting the house up on him, they just want to use him up, but he's garbage anyway. Not trying to even be like that, bro.
That's a fact.
He play like he's still in fucking college.
Exactly, and he hasn't evolved. It worked for the first few years.
It did, because it was new and it was like, oh, look at this, and then niggas start putting the hat on your ass.
Yep.
Nigga.
Yep. Once they game plan for you and they shut you down, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a game plan against their game plan, and I don't think they're capable of it. They're 1-6, I believe now. And there's a firing coming there. That young ass coach they got over there is either out of there. They're going to change the quarterback, give him a week later, see what goes on. But there's some decisions that need to be made over there. Tyreek went down for injury 2 weeks ago. He's clapping on the way out. He's clapping on the way, getting rolled out the stadium. No tears, no, oh, this hurts. He's clapping like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm out of here. And you got to give me the bag. You know what I'm saying? Because this collision happened during the course of a game. So something's going on there in the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if there's any Dolphin fans in here, I'm sorry for the disrespect. We got the Patriots versus the Titans. Drake May has another excellent game. We got a 31-13 victory. We got the Bears over there at the Saints, 26-14. Caleb threw a terrible interception, I believe, in the second or third quarter. The kid needs. I don't know how they're winning games, but they're doing it. Eagles beat the Vikings 28-22. Close victory there. Saquon didn't get another 100-yard. He hasn't had a 100-yard game this season. We got the Colts and the Chargers 38-24. The Colts are the real deal. 6-1. The Colts are the real deal. We got the Broncos going up. No, they stayed in Denver, playing the Giants 33-32. Cowboys beat the shit out the Commanders 44-22, and that was our weekend. We got a doubleheader tonight. We got the Buccaneers versus the Lions, the Texans versus Seahawks. Put your prizes picks in now.
I don't do that. We need a prize picks.
Mention right there, they might see that
the
and they double back. They might see that
the bag.
double back. I'm really talking to myself out loud.
Double back then. You know what I'm talking about?
Salute the chat.
Shout out to good people. I don't know what's going on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is how we gonna do this. Wow. All right, cool.
Honestly, I got the that's a tough one. Bucks and Lions. I don't know. I can't call it. Who's at home? It depends who's at home. Oh, the Lions are at home. I don't know, man. The Bucks are tough. I can't. I don't have a guess for that one. Don't have a guess for that one. Salute retired troll, my boy. Monty Trey, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Mean Green Ganja King, what's going on, my brother?
OLB or OL8.
Slim Hayes in the building. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the best chat on YouTube. I'm trying to get this together. And look, man, so I got this No Jumper content. I went to go over the whole Brick Baby phone call and all that with y'all. I did the video, but I want to go over it with y'all. But I also got this Piers Morgan content that I think is really good, right? So racial debate where he had one of them fresh and fit fellas up there. It's the corny one.
I think that's fit. That's
whatever. He's the both of them are corny, but this one's really corny.
Yeah.
He
used
calls
to be
black
a Fed
people.
or something.
He calls that's his name.
Yeah, fit.
Fit? Oh, okay.
He's fit, yeah.
He calls black people, black women the hard ER. So off the bat, you're a doofus. But I thought this was good. I was just like, ooh, I want to bring this to the people, to the good people. But y'all let me know. Boom, there it is. See? Effective problem solving, brother.
Yes, sir.
I believe I did. Yep. Whoop, there it is. All right. So that's that on that. I might as well just take this shit down. And not go here with it.
The A-Brab one. Yeah, that one.
Boom. All right. Shout out to good people in here. Retired Troll, I see you, gang. Poltergeist Portal, Varus, what it do? Fredo Almighty, Need No Magic, what it do? Yeah, run them likes up for your boy. Greatly appreciate that. Shout out Mr. Monk with 5 on the 40.
Salute.
What did he say? He said, I got 5 on Piers Morgan. Hey, so that, look, I really don't even want to go over the Brick Baby shit again, because I mean, I said everything, but I feel like y'all, you know, y'all might want to say something or whatever, you know. Shout out Gangland DJ with $4.99 on the 40. He says, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Snaps on the 40 are welcome and appreciated.
Facts.
You know what I'm talking about?
Facts.
Straight up. Shout out to good people, man. Run the likes, run the likes. What y'all want to do? Let me know, cause I'll go. Piers Morgan tripping. Piers Morgan do be tripping sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie. But I thought this was really good. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know in the chat what y'all want to do. How do I do a poll? How do I do a poll, gang? I'm garbage. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Chill out. Look, hey man, one's in the chat. Look, one's in the chat for all that shit. One's in the chat if y'all wanna watch the Wack100 Brick Baby situation.
Zaywap said he's straight on Brick Baby content.
Okay. All right, niggas. Zaywap said he's straight. Okay, niggas. He the people. I mean, 50 people here.
Nah, Monk, I haven't. I was so dreezed that night. I'm gonna watch it when I get to the house. We get in the Discord tonight, y'all. Hop in that Discord.
Yeah, hop in the Discord tonight and all that. But y'all let me know what y'all want to do, man. Y'all want to go? One's in the chat for the Brick Baby situation. 2's in the chat if y'all want to go. Piers Morgan debate, because that shit is good, bro. 2. What's up with Piers? Now that the Piers is on the right side of things, I'm seeing 2's. I'm seeing hella 2's from Mr. Monk. Hope y'all weekend was good too, man. Hope y'all had a good weekend and all that too. Dom, what's the word? Gangland. Y'all know how we do. 2, all right, boom. I'm seeing hella 2's. Then we go there, because I didn't want to do that anyway, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting up there doing that reaction, and I was just like, this shit nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing it live.
Disrespect to women, like there's no need.
Yeah, disrespecting women, to see grown men act like buffoons, You know what I mean? Because that's what that is to me. Like, you sitting up here and then you telling Kiwi, hey, hang up the phone or I'm a violator. I'm telling you, if you care about me, it's like, damn, you got the wherewithal to say some shit like that, but still can't control yourself disrespecting a woman. Yeah. But again, like I said in the video, we seen hella times where he was on Clubhouse talking foul.
Yeah, that was light work.
That's what I said. I was like, that shit was low key light, bro, compared to
But he got some bitches off though.
How buddy get?
He called her some shit, nigga, snag a tooth.
He called her a musty mouth moose or some shit.
Yeah, musty mouth moose bitch. He said you got Pyru dick in your mouth. I don't
All
know
right,
am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say those things?
It's just like, well, you know what I mean, though? Like,
that's what he said. That's what he said.
That's what he said, but it's just like, you know what I mean?
And that was light, is all I'm trying to say.
No, facts. Facts, it was. And that's disgusting. All right, so look, we're going to get into this Piers Morgan debate. Now, Mark Lamont Hill was part of this debate. You said buddy name is Fit.
Yeah, he's Fit.
He's a cornball, golly. He is a bona fide cornball. Like, oh my God. But and then it's two white ladies. One is a racist. Mm-hmm. She's flat out say it. And the other one, I think she's just a regular human. You know what I mean? I think she's just a regular human. But we gonna get straight into this. Shout out all the good people in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up.
Salute. Hit that like, please, if you haven't.
I'm online. Boom, this is what we gonna do. This is disgusting. This is crazy right here. The type of stuff that, like, you know what I'm saying, people do, people say is just wild to me, bruh. I hope this will fly. I don't know if it'll copyright me or something.
Yeah, you might want to asset that, John.
Should I?
Asset that, John.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Let's see.
Boom, bow.
Boom, okay.
Brought to you by Neiman and the good people at Gangland.
Smooth. All right, yeah, let's get into this, though. I think you're going to think this is interesting, because I definitely did.
In American society, amplified by extreme and viral takes on social media. 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony is a black teenager charged with stabbing a white boy to death at a school track meeting in April. More than $600,000 in donations have poured in, not for the victim's grieving family, but for his alleged killer. Last week, Shiloh Hendricks went viral after a video showed the young mother racially abusing a 5-year-old, allegedly for stealing from her young child.
Call him a child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my business. You call him a Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you.
Okay. Alright, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody.
Hey, you said you saw this?
Yeah.
You remember when this happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Glad you're there. Mm-hmm. Just out of curiosity, do anybody else in the chat remember when this happened? Because I remember both of these
It ain't been that long. It's
situation,
been
right?
2, 3, maybe 4 months tops.
Yep, literally.
Months. Yeah.
Literally. I remember when this happened. This is what I want to say. I don't know what happened with homie Anthony, right? They saying it was like a self-defense thing when he stabbed homie. But I'm not making no excuse because I don't
At
even...
a track meet?
Say that again?
At a track meet, they said.
I believe so. I don't know. I never saw the end result of that situation. You get what I'm saying? But that's what they was alleging on Anthony's end or whatever. It was self-defense, right?
Okay.
I do remember this too. These are two separate situations. I don't even know how they could be compared, really. But they both got a GoFundMe for the situation. Shorty raised a gang of bread for calling this autistic 5-year-old the hard ER. That was wild to me. You know what I'm saying? That was wild to me. Now, homie's GoFundMe was because they couldn't pay for an attorney, and their whole thing was this was self-defense, but they couldn't pay for an attorney. That's why they did the GoFundMe. Get me? So just a little context on that.
I think that they're trying to play it as if the the track meet attack was in some way racially motivated, because clearly this was. So where you know what I'm saying, they're painting a picture.
Exactly, nasty picture, and that's why people be saying that about Piers Morgan. Because I mean, because like, how can you even compare the two things? But let's run this, because this is good. Shout out to good people in the chat. Appreciate y'all being in here looking. I see you. Shout out Jamar in the building. Shout out all the good people. Continue to smash them likes, please, and thank you. I need that for the algorithm.
Hold on, brother. Dom, in the chat, real quick. Which event was in Dallas? The stabbing or this playground racism? That's all I know. You don't.
But yeah, let's continue.
Dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him?
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one? He's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old.
Well, as you can see, Hendricks doesn't deny using the slur. In fact, she repeats it many times. That's all the stuff that's bleeped out. When a bystander in the park follows her with his smartphone. Hendricks set up a fundraiser on the same website as Carmelo Anthony's supporters, on which she wrote, "I called the kid out for what he was." Incredibly, that campaign has now raised more money than the first one, surpassing $655,000 at the time of taping the show. Well, the boss of the website, Give, Send, Go, is accused of...
Who y'all think was giving Shorty all that money, out of curiosity?
The whites.
Not even like, I'm just like, damn.
I'm just kidding. Look. Because like
a
you said
half
earlier,
a man, more than a half a man, gang?
More than a half a man.
For
but
calling
but that's the thing. What we're about to see shortly, the shorty that we're about to see, a lot of people have her sensitive.
No, and I know, and this is shit that people don't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get into it. But that's the shit that people don't want to talk about. Like, they act like it's like these outliers. Nah, these people are everywhere, and a lot of them is in prominent positions, gang.
Yeah, most of them, she got half a man. These are not.
I mean,
poor people.
she's trash. But I'm saying a lot of these people who be on this, like
the people who donated to her. To get her half a man for calling a black kid that word in public, she got half a man, bro. 500,000 is crazy. What the fuck? What am I donating to you for? But there's a lot of them out there that's no, you did the right thing. That's how I feel. Here's the bag.
Right. That shit is just a trip. But let's continue, y'all. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube. Hands down, my good people, man.
Facilitating brazen racism on a platform whose motto is "Money is temporary, Jesus is eternal." He will join me later. Liberals say this is exactly what they've been warning about, that the post-BLM backlash and the crushing of DEI has provided a fig leaf for outright bigotry. Conservatives were similarly outraged by the support for Carmelo Anthony, an alleged murderer who's been glorified by some as a victim of a racist system. We're here to debate all this is the host of the Fresh and Fit podcast, Myron Gaines, the host of Night School on YouTube, Mark Lamont Hill, Lily Gaddis, a social media commentator whose video defense of the...
Shorty right here, the goddamn devil. This is what I'm going to do for y'all real quick. The goddamn devil. I want y'all to see her very clear.
In all her glory.
See her. Because she's disgusting.
That's a cold piece of work, I'll tell you what.
My boy. But let's continue.
N-word mother has so far been viewed millions of times on X, and the New York Post columnist and author Ricky Schlott. Well, welcome to all of you. Ricky, look, my take on this is a stain on all their houses, right? I just don't know what is happening to society when you have such vast sums of money being raised for what seems to me to be deliberate, racially charged, motivational reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're fighting ugly with ugly right now, and I think this level of racial tribalism and hostility is just simply not sustainable in such a diverse democracy like America. I think it's, one is really a reaction to the other. I think both campaigns are really hideous, and I think we're showing our ugliest colors. I mean, in the scheme of things, these are small sums relative to the population of America, but you do see, I think, a really tremendous explosion of ugliness and racial hostility that I think that we should all be ashamed and embarrassed of.
Yeah, I mean, you described it, I think, in one of your posts as genuinely, is this a psyop? This would be the best $1 million invested by a foreign adversary to start a race war in America. And I knew exactly what you were getting at, because many of the comments, I think the comments have now been suspended actually on
Myron. That's homie's name, Myron. Shout out J-Dog in the chat. That's homie's name, Myron. He's a fucking clown, bro. Oh my God, he disgusts me, bro. He's a fucking clown.
Both of these funding pages, because people were quite obviously deliberately misusing them to post race baiting commentary.
Absolutely. I mean, if you go through some of the comments on either of them, you have White Lives Matter on one side, and like suggestions that the teenage boy who was stabbed was somehow like a manifestation of white supremacy, and it seems to be just a fight at a track meet that has nothing to do with racial hostility in the first place. And the poor father of this young man who died too said, please don't make this into a racial issue. And yet on his own Give, Send, Go campaign, there are comments after comment saying this is White Lives Matter, we're avenging against Carmelo Anthony's family. I mean, on all ends, this is ugly. I think that it's really co-opting the charity and giving community. I mean, I feel bad for the fundraising platforms, because I don't think this was the intention originally, but unfortunately I think that people are really starting to take over good intents and the charity industrial complex to make it into a victim industrial complex, and it's really sad to see.
Well, we're going to have
and this is the thing too, right? Unless you just turn off comments or whatever, like the comment section is the comment section. People are going to do whatever they want to do in the comment section, but I think it's noteworthy to mention that the reason for these GoFundMes had two separate purposes. One, in my opinion, was just to get this racist woman a bag, and the other one was so that this kid had a fair shot in court. Again, we don't know what the situation is. I don't know how that situation turned out, but he wanted a fair shake in court. They didn't have the money for the proper defense. So that's why they created the GoFundMe. Shorty called the 5-year-old autistic kid in the park the hard ER, and then made a GoFundMe about it. Just throwing that out there. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing that out there. Shout out Gangland and Dreddy in the building. Salute. Fly Vernon in the building tripping. Oh, dude, shout out to the best chat on YouTube, hands down. I appreciate y'all being in here. Let's continue.
One of the founders of the Give, Send, Go site a little later in the program. But Mark Lamont Hill, you were shaking your head there. I mean, what's your take on this?
There are a couple of things that were said that I think are really interesting and important. One, there is an outside audience of people who are watching all of this and opportunistically using it for their own agendas and projects. You know, I have an investment in believing X, so I'm going to jump in the comments of this GoFundMe, etc. I have an investment in Y, I'm going to do the same thing. But what I don't want to do is compare these two things as if they're opposite sides of the same coin. For me, the intention of the campaign matters. In the case of this woman who is using the N-word, the woman isn't disputing using the N-word. The woman isn't disputing being racist. And the comments that are being left on the site before they were suspended and the attitudes behind it weren't saying she's being railroaded, she's being misrepresented. They were simply saying, we support racism. And I think that's disgusting, no matter who's doing it. On the other hand, the people who are fundraising for Carmelo Anthony, the argument here isn't, yeah, we did something and we don't care, like the other woman. The argument is we're being misrepresented here. We're being railroaded. This was a self-defense claim. This is not an act of violence. This isn't first-degree murder. I'm saying what they're saying. This isn't my argument. They're saying this is a first-degree murder claim that is wrong. This is actually self-defense, and we need the money to make sure that we get a fair trial. I think...
Before we continue, because I need to know how you feel about this as well, right? This is my thing. They're saying self-defense. I don't care about race or nothing.
Right.
They're saying it's self-defense, but was there a pre-existing problem? Why would you have a pocket knife or any type of knife at a track meet? That's where my mind goes.
Listen, because it was at a track meet doesn't necessarily mean that they was laced up to participate in a track meet. This could have been a school event.
Okay,
where
so
a
I'm saying
fight.
they're not athletes. These are just. This was.
I'm not quite.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I want. You know what I mean?
In my mind, maybe if that's the answer to that, then I understand, because I never went to a Mohai game without weaponry. Period. But I wasn't playing, and when I did play or ran track, when I threw shot put, I didn't have weapon on me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't think about that angle. That maybe they were just too.
Yeah, you know, shit happens at sports events
Nigga
in
got
general.
killed I know, I get it, but I was under the assumption that they were both somehow involved in track, because if not, then I don't. It's just some. When I hear track meet, I just thought 2 hours.
Well, but because I'm telling you, I believe, unless somebody in the chat lets y'all know, different, and we don't know if it was actually a knife either. Exactly.
It wasn't a knife. Okay.
We don't know. He was stabbed in the chest. Again, I don't know the details of the situation, but when I hear at a track meet, I just think that was the place the situation happened. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Cause this is what I'll tell you. If it was during a track meet, like they were participating in it, I think that they would be saying that. Get me? During
but because this is what I'm saying. This is what I mean, right? They specified track meet. That put a picture. They painted a picture in my mind. Now, if they were onlookers, they could have just said school event. You know, they word shit weird. And if you know what I'm saying, Dom said it happened in Texas. I don't know. It was a stake that holds a tent. Ooh, a tent stake? Golly, them motherfuckers get involved with Earth and lock in.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Where do you get that? From the injury? From where they do the injuries? Huh? That's where
crazy.
you got the stake. That's it. That's like javelin, right? That's like a long.
I'm just about to say it's like a
that's
javelin.
like a long,
Damn. Shit.
That's a long weapon.
That's
All right.
crazy.
I didn't want to get too deep into that. I just wanted to understand the situation, bro.
Yeah, but like I said, I think that it just took place. I don't know if they was participating. Maybe somebody in the chat.
Fair to say that was medieval.
That was, he went. Nah.
No, I mean, I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I was about to further
he
that.
Did go, man. He did. But still.
Okay.
Fair to say.
Let's continue.
And so whether you agree with his argument or not, I think raising money for a fair trial is different than raising money for a racist.
I mean, I think the common theme between the two, and this is not to pass any view about it at this stage, although I have strong views about it. I guess the common theme is that both of them say that as a result of all the publicity, they've been doxxed and had all their personal details put everywhere on social media, which is, of course, the modern scourge which gets involved. And that as a result, they've had death threats and they have security issues and they have to move home and so on. You know, I understand that part of the argument. You know, when you're at the center of a firestorm in America and you're not used to public attention, then the levels of intimidation, threats, and so on that can come your way can be extremely intimidating, if not outright dangerous. So it's different, really, to taking a view about either of the cases, to simply say that the commonality is that they both, I think, have said in defending the amounts that have been raised is, well, we have to defend ourselves. Either, as you're putting it, through the courts, but also in his case, the alleged killer, that he has also, I think, had direct threats against him. And in the case of the mother using the M-word in that despicable manner, she has said she's had a lot of threats too.
My quick response to that would just be, let's assume everybody's telling the truth. Let's assume she's telling the truth, and let's assume he's telling the truth. If he's telling the truth and he was doing self-defense, and he's getting harassed and doxxed, and of course we already know lies have been told about his GoFundMe campaign, saying they were spending it on mansions and cars, all the kind of racist tropes. If that's true, he's being mistreated, and I think that's a sort of very easy case to make. When it comes to her, however, let's assume she's also telling the truth, that she used the word. She thinks the kid was acting like one. She feels like she has the right to use that word against that small baby because of whatever age-appropriate thing the kid did. If she's telling the truth and she's getting doxxed and harassed, I don't know if I want to reward her behavior with $500,000. I don't think she should be doxxed. I don't think she should be harassed. I think she has been mistreated to the extent that no one should be. You have a right to be racist. You have a right to free speech in this country. But I'm not donating money for it, and I feel a lot worse.
That's wild to hear that. You have the right to be racist.
You do, though.
No, I know, because that's freedom of speech, but if that's
freedom of feeling as well, because a lot of racists don't speak out. They won't say what they feel, but they'll cross the street. You know what I mean? They'll do little weird shit.
I think that a lot of them will speak out too, brother.
That's a lot of them will, but the majority.
How many times have you been called the N word? Because I lose fingers.
I mean, from your neighbor alone 3-4 times. So okay, I understand that, but I feel like those are also outliers.
But listen, this is the thing. I can't say outlier if this is something that goes on, right? Say I get over without a blinker in traffic, and this has happened to me. This is what I'm saying, because I be doing that shit. With all due respect, I be trying to just move. And yo, a white person will drive right up next to me with my tint, not knowing what the fuck, you know what the fuck, right? And roll down their window to say, N-word.
Wow. I think that was an N-word move on your part.
See, that's why, bro, I'm gonna stop having you, gang. I'm gonna stop having you, because that type of shit's not funny to me. Okay. I don't find that funny, for real, bro. This is not like that. Yeah. I don't think that shit is funny.
Well, I think that was
I think that you're wrong. I think that your view is
I think that was dangerous behavior, and you put somebody else's life in danger, and how they respond is how they respond.
You're a cornball. Let's continue. Like, what is you talking about?
It's about her GoFundMe than the one for the person who's been railroaded.
Yeah. Well, Lily Gaddis, you posted a defense of Shiloh on X. It's been viewed 2.5 million times, in which it was entitled, "White People Are Finally Fighting Back. Stand with Shiloh Hendricks." What did you mean by that?
Here's the thing. White people have been under attack for years. It's been systematic racism. As much as black people and people of color want to talk about systematic racism in the United States, it's quite the opposite. They get preferential treatment when it comes to getting a job, when it comes to getting into colleges. White people, on the other hand, have been getting attacked relentlessly. Look at 2016 and BLM and all the riots. We just had to sit back and watch people burn down our cities and do nothing about it.
Real quick, I just want to say, too, Shorty says this like, so just
matter of fact,
bruh, and what trips me out is like, bro, but do y'all forget history? Do y'all forget history? History is the only reason that we need DEI. Diversity and equity inclusion. That's the only reason that we need it, is because of y'all and history.
It's the thing, though.
That shit is a trip.
We don't forget history, but they want us to forget history.
So bad.
That's why they take the shit out the school. Bruh. They starting early now. So by the time my baby in school, but they won't even know about the slave trade and shit. You're taking that shit out the school.
Literally, bro. And some of them, they re-rocking it. They saying like, yo, that the slave trade was like vocational job training or some shit. I seen an ill ass write up that they had did about the way they was teaching slavery and shit in a specific region or whatever, and I was just like, yo, that's wild. So you're saying that y'all taught these slave skills? Whoa. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, because it's like, damn, she sit up here and speak like this, and it's like, yo, what do you mean you acting like you don't know history? Like, what are you talking about? We wouldn't need no damn DEI if it wasn't for people like yourself.
Or these institutions.
Right. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube, though. Hands down. Shout out all the good people in the chat. I see y'all doing it up. Continue to smash them likes for me, please, and thank you. ACOG, what's the word? Westside Bo, what's the word? Monty, I see you in the building. All my good people. Again, I just ain't feel like doing this Brictavia shit, and this was interesting to me. I was just like, yo, we gotta run this up. Myron is shout out KB360 in the building. Shout out all my mods. Hey, and Myron, when she's getting this off, it's like, oh yeah, yeah. He loves this shit. He's just the corniest nigga ever, bro. I won't lie to you. Like, he's a real cornball. And why you don't work in the feds no more? What's your whole deal? Niggas need to do a deep dive into your story, bro, cause you got some shit with you. But let's continue.
So the way to fight back against essentially this anti-white hatred that's been systemically, ingrained in U.S. society is with white unity. We don't see white unity on
Hang
our
on,
side.
hang on. Okay, but hang on. Sorry, just to be clear, this has got nothing to do with anything you've just said. This is a disgusting racist woman who repeatedly spews the M-word, first at a young child and then at the person taking the video of her, does it with complete impunity, does it numerous times. We are talking about a bona fide, unquestionable racist. And so I don't understand why what you've just said to me...
Freedom of speech aside, right? If you call a gay person the F word, that is a hate crime.
That's what I was trying to get at before you said the stupid shit you was saying. But no, but
Whatever,
I'm saying
bro.
that's
Okay,
why.
we're
No,
back
but
at it.
stop. But that's why I'm saying, like, stop always doing that
Dude,
shit,
I felt
bro.
how I felt. But I felt how I felt.
Yeah,
Put
but
me in a
you're
dangerous
ignorant.
situation.
But you're ignorant. That's ignorant
But
for
don't
you
pull
to
over
say,
without
though,
your
brother.
blinker. But don't pull over in my lane without your blinker.
But that's ignorant for you to say. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay,
So that's that.
I apologize.
But that's the point that I was trying to get to. But before you said that shit, that's all I was saying.
If you call a gay
freedom
person
of speech is freedom of speech, except for, yo, you guys can just call us the hard ER, which is a hate.
The hate is the hate
term.
The most hateful.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But if I was to call, you know what I'm saying, somebody from the community the F-bomb or whatever, that's like...
Now that's a hate crime.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's a hate crime. But it's not a hate crime for you to call me the hard ER.
Because those people who make those rules
I know.
are gay and white. No disrespect.
You're not even lying. You're
No
not even
disrespect.
lying.
I'm not lying. I never lied once.
Not even lying. Straight up. But yeah, let's continue. Shout out the good people in the chat, man. Shout out everybody here for this one.
Bears any relation to white unity or anything that you've just said. She's just a racist. End, isn't she? You wouldn't dispute that.
It's not about her. It's not about her. It's about
Well, it is
white
about
people
her.
coming together and supporting another white person. And it doesn't matter.
Why
what
would
she
you want to
says.
support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in a country. if you
That's
have...
fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. She is. I mean, would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would.
I do quite frequently.
You use the M-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist, are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist.
Yo, look at corny ass Myron. Look at corny ass Myron face, bro. Look at this nigga face. He thinks this shit is funny. And again, I say that because bruh use the hard ER all the time. He's not black. He might look like he's black. He's not black. Think bro from Sudan or something like that.
I know knowledge of him using the hard ER.
Bro, I've literally seen clips of this man. I don't mess with their content no more. I used to react to it and shit, but they be doing all kind of weird shit, trying to blap you. I was using their shit for a live, cooking them, and they tried to like blap me. Yo, he will literally, and this is the thing, I've never heard him say that to a black man. It's only black women. You know, they whole thing, exactly, he wouldn't. They whole thing is getting slow women on their podcast, because that's what I think you are at this point. If you go to Fresh and Fit, you're slow because you know they're gonna degrade you and violate you for 15 hours. So you're slow. But that's his whole thing, degrading women. But when it comes to the black women, you know what I'm saying? He calls them the hard ER. I think that shit is vile and disgusting. Straight up, bro. That shit is disgusting. Ain't no way around that. The hard ER is disgusting no matter what way you cut it, bro. I don't care. How you gonna say that I'm acting like a hard ER? What do that even mean? What does that even mean? Fucking disgusting.
I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, if you use the M-word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you? Are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be
thing.
clear, you just said to me you use the N-word regularly. In what context?
Right.
Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use?
What the does that mean? If it's appropriate, gang? No, that shit is Foul, gang. Yes, I do. If it's appropriate. Like what?
I have a question, right? I don't think that. No, I'm serious.
Look, is your question, nigga.
I'm serious, bro. I'm serious, right?
I gotta stop saying the N word altogether.
Say, look. Say you get rear-ended, pause in the vehicle. In your vehicle, your car gets hit behind. Because I know that was crazy, right? You get hit, right? And it's a drunk Caucasian male, about college age, whatever. You're going up Wilshire. You get hit hard. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna say pause. Yeah, I know that shit sounds crazy, right? I apologize. I apologize.
Bro.
I apologize, right? But once you identify this person, you're not gonna be like stupid ass white boy in your mind. Now they don't have a term, crack or whatever. But I know you wouldn't say like, fucking cracker. But you would be like, you fucking dumbass white boy.
I can't say that I would because I just don't talk like that, bro. I get cut off by white people too, just how I explained to you, and I'm not like,
I'm more
no, I
generous.
I don't just start. Yo, I would just call you a stupid or some.
I'm just call him a nigga. I'm probably be like, you stupid ass nigga. Oh. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? That's right.
But that's ignorant. But this is what I'm saying. My brain don't go to racial slur because that's genuinely not in my. That's not in my soul. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand, but I like to identify. So if I get cut off by a female, she's a stupid bitch. If I get cut off by a
but you could be. But listen, you could be a stupid bitch too. Even if you're a male though, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna just violate.
Okay, but I'm not gonna take that.
But I'm just saying, bro. I'm saying in general, it could be a male, and I'll be like stupid ass bitch.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It don't matter about that. I think you have to have that in you. You are that kind of guy.
Yes.
With all due respect, not because you think it's funny and it's not funny.
Bro, it's me.
Cool. You do violate it, and you know me, so to even ask that question on here, like,
no, because
are you gonna be like, so why? But no. Have you ever heard me say that?
Yeah, I've heard a description. You remember when you beat the shit out that Jay under the bridge? When you described him, you like stupid ass white boy. When y'all had to give him hands and feet, the beats by knee. You described him as well, so I'm just asking you a question. But I'm saying, all right, that was a situation. Maybe you're just describing. Immediately, you're telling me it's no. The answer is no. All right, I understand. I go straight to race.
Yo. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. That's your thing, though. Is what I don't know what you're talking about. But my thing is, if that's in you, that's in you. It's not in me to be racist. If a Mexican cut me off, I'm going to throw the slur to Mexican. That's just not in me. If you's a stupid ass bitch, you's a stupid ass bitch. Whether you black, white, Asian, African. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think it's just with women. I just regardless. Like if they do something wrong, I'm like boom. But if it's like a nigga, I'll specify though. Yeah. I might not use the slur, but I'll specify what they are involved in my curse. Like, you stupid ass black nigga.
See,
dumb ass white boy. You a stupid ass white boy. Shit
all
like
right,
that.
dude. Okay.
That wasn't racist.
No, but I'm just saying. though.
I'm just giving you description.
I know, but you're all hopped up. Like, all right, dude.
All right. I sincerely apologize.
And it's all good. I promise you. But that's your thing, though.
Okay.
You are like that. I'll be telling you that all the time.
I'm
you say ignorant. You are. You say ignorant shit though like that all the time. You actually do that. Cause that's in you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not black people.
When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
So when he said when you use it, she said shit. Anytime I feel like it.
No doubt about it.
Yo, shit, the stupid bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Anytime I feel like it. Like okay, that's crazy.
That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be
thing.
clear, you just said to me you use the N word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N word? When would it be appropriate?
Look.
Anytime I feel like it.
Hey, look. My boy Mark said she uses it about black people. Like, cause you ain't gonna say that. You're not gonna say that to a black person. We could tell. We could smell it on you. You don't got that shit on you like that.
said behind closed doors.
Yeah.
When you're in the shower.
Yeah, you're not the one who's gonna say that to him. Yeah. So stop it.
That's a fact.
On game.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we not talking about?
What do you, just out of curiosity, what do you respect about her
Because
being a
two
racist?
things can be true. What I do believe is what you always say. There's a difference between being prejudiced and racist. And I also agree that racism comes with power. You feel me? You got to be racist, like you gotta be able to make some shit shake. You feel me? Straight up, like.
No, I get
prejudice.
it. That's not the. But
she's racist and she putting it out there. Ain't no secret about it. Yeah, when I'm at the dinner table feeding my children, I use the N-word. All right, I don't say I like it. I don't like it. I don't think it's cool.
But to respect something. But yeah, but what? That's what I'm saying. I don't be knowing if she's not
because we were talking how we were saying earlier. The outliers. There's mad racists, like how Cousin said. She won't say that shit out loud, but we know. Me and you, both dreadheads walking down the street. Niggas cross the street like we're threats. That's racism. That's not fear. We're scared of you.
See, but this is.
Let it be known is all I'm saying. I don't want to.
Well, say that, but to respect that shit, I don't know.
Okay, maybe I.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, okay. Well, I respect the fact that she let it be known that I'm a racist on this platform. The world knows now. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see if she loses any jobs or anything. I mean, this was like 4 months ago. Exactly. That's my point, bro. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? Sit right up here just like she smug as a motherfucker too. Like if the shit she's saying is actually valid or okay in any way. Mm-hmm. That shit wow. When do you use it? Shit, whenever I want. Whenever I want. I just used it 4 times before I hopped on a panel with this one.
Yeah, because I knew one of them was gonna be
type shit, bruh. That hell no.
You should have seen me reading my notes.
I don't respect that. I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get you, or I hear you.
I hear it.
You said
Shiloh Hendricks. Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you've moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. You see no problem with a woman shrieking the N-word repeatedly because you yourself are a despicable racist. And you've just proudly admitted that with a smug grin on your face, which is pretty horrifying, actually, for most people to have to watch. And shame on you. You're entitled to do it, and I'm entitled to call you despicable.
Shame on you.
Well, shame on white people for allowing themselves to be systematically discriminated against in the United States. This is our country. This is a country.
There it is.
Listen to what she says. Systematically.
Yep.
This is our country.
Yeah. That has the oxymoron.
Come
you are
on.
the system. Yeah. You know what I mean?
This is a racist. This is what I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying? This is a racist. That's crazy. This our shit.
Straight up. This is our country. It's crazy.
It's
but
wild.
It's not though, because she said she a racist.
No, exactly. It's not.
Exactly
and that's how they feel, even though it was built off of our backs. Mm-hmm. That's the cold part about it. Yeah,
but
you know what I'm saying?
Let them tell it was training. Huh? Let them tell them we was just training them.
Shout out, right. Yeah. Job training.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That was wild, bro. Shout out Gabriel in the chat. Shout out Maybe in the chat. Shout out Amber. Appreciate you. Amber said, I'm shocked. I am a white woman and can tell you I've never heard another white woman speak like this where I'm from. That's not tolerated. Everyone would walk away and leave her standing by herself. Shout out Amber. And it's the thing. That's why I'm not trying to shout out Katie in the building. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want this to be like, you know, because I would say Caucasoid and stuff, and it's people to this day be in my comments like, oh, Neem a racist. Did Neem tell you that he don't like white people? No. I don't like some black people. I don't like some white people. I don't like folks. You get what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with your race. You know what I'm saying? But these kind of people, you understand what I'm saying, are a problem. When I'm speaking about certain white people, I'm not speaking about white people as a whole, but I'm talking about white people like this. This is what I'm talking about, bro. That's wild work. I'm gonna be honest with you. She should have got booted off the She should have got booted off this at that point, if you ask me, because this ain't no. I mean, but you know, people like that.
That's not right. That goes against her thing, silencing her.
Yeah, but this is my thing though. But this is my thing. Okay, so boom. So all right, boom, silencing her. All right, let's do this. At what point are we for the greater good of the nation and the people and the equality and all that? And at what point is it we trying to fight for freedom of hate speech? Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand.
At what point? Because it's like, yo, no, that's not. This is what I'm saying. I don't think that would be trying to. What'd you just say?
Silence.
I don't think that would be trying to silence her. What I think is that's you taking a stand and being like, yo, I'm not tolerating racism on my platform. You clearly sat up here, said you used the N-word. Everybody on the panel except for her and Myron know that's wrong, but you admit to using it. Yeah. Do you get me? You admit to being a racist. No, that's not silencing her. That's being like, oh, you are promoting hate. Come on, but that's where it's like these racists are taking freedom of speech and they like trying to turn it into some other shit, bro. That's hate speech. Hate speech.
Two things can be true. I have the freedom to speak, and if I spew hate speech, that's also a part of my speech, bro. Yes, nigga, it's negative. Now, what we're talking about clearly is just ignorance. We're just talking about ignorance versus non-ignorance, nigga. That shit is ignorant. It's wrong. But niggas do ignorant, wrong shit all the time, nigga.
But what I'm saying is, to your point of silencing her, no, okay, to me, if he was to boot her ass off that panel right now, what that would be is silencing racism on your platform.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
You're to do on your platform, which you would not. Yes.
And yo, I let you come up here, I let you do your shit, and then you just go. Yeah, I say the N-word. Bro, nah, bro. That's not silencing her. That's getting that bullshit up out of here, bro. I feel like this is what I feel too. Everybody talk about allies and all that, right? I feel like if you really an ally too, because all these people hide behind this ally shit, but you don't be on nothing. I think allies is people who speak against this shit. I think it's people of the same race who speak against this shit, like Amber just did, like Katie just second in the chat. Yo, that shit is despicable.
It is.
Straight up. And it's zero tolerance for it. It should be zero tolerance for racism. And everything that she's saying is wrong. Ain't no systematic nothing against white people in this nation.
That's a fact.
They own the nation.
That's a fact.
Man, what are you talking about? She lying.
What she said was an oxymoron.
The fuck?
It didn't even make sense.
She's a goofball. Systematic what? These nuts, my dude. Like, what?
But it wouldn't matter if he blocked her, because will YouTube block hatred? No,
Paris is her name. Oh, what her name is, but she's disgusting.
YouTube, TikTok, all them platforms.
I'm glad he let her air herself out, and that's what I believe too. I think he did. So you sure? So you go say you're racist? Like, yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think at that point he should have served her. Like, and you could go now, because what's the point of hearing where you come from? You already said you racist. That's where I'm at with it. But let's continue. Shout out to good people in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all being in here, rocking with me. A little something different, you know what I'm saying? But this was good. Sometimes you need to see this shit. Shout out to people in the chat like, yo, I'm glad he let her show her true colors. Me too. She should have got booted. And I wish.
But that's my thing. Is that going to stop YouTube from letting her spew hate? TikTok from letting her spew hate? She has millions of followers. It's not going to stop nothing. So let her just pop it.
True. But that's the thing. And that's where the freedom of speech comes in, right? Where, the platform, it's a platform. We'll allow you to do whatever you do. And yeah, no, you're right. That too. Like, that's crazy that you can have platforms like that. But I don't know. That shit is like, I feel like that shit is a real fine line. You know what I'm saying? Like, because YouTube do let you get up here and do whatever, but they don't. But when you have this manner of speech, like, I think they do let that shit fly. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it is racism. I don't know if she get on her personal platform and be like, I'm a racist. I say the N-word. I don't know if she does that though.
Yeah.
Get me? But anyway, let's continue. Shout out the good people in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all.
That should
What do you
be
mean your
majority-
country?
Because I'm white and my
What, there are no
ancestors-
black people in American history? Is that what you're saying? That they've all just landed in America?
Because I'm white.
Invading your white country. Is that your position?
No.
Well, I mean, they were brought here technically.
My God,
We
do you understand how dumb you sound?
This is stupid. This is stupid and racist, and at some point we have to ask ourselves, do we want to reward this kind of disgusting behavior by platforming it?
I don't disagree, Mark.
historically-
Listen, I didn't know she was going to say that. I don't disagree with you.
No. Yeah. I'm with you.
but
I don't think you knew
nigga,
ahead of time. I'm saying at this moment, someone who's saying technically black people were no, technically Africans were in.
The nigga was appalled and taken back.
Oh, you saying you used the N-word? Wait, are you saying you're a racist?
So hold on. Wait. Let's run that back. She said, well, this isn't the conversation. He said, well, you took it there. So now we want to know, is that what you're saying? He didn't know she was going to say that shit. Yo, Piers brought her up there. I don't think, I know that Piers knows enough about the people he bring on his platform to know her views, right?
She's the opposing side, but he didn't know how deep it went.
Shit. The fuck?
It's her country, my boy.
It's her country. What is you talking about?
Were stolen, enslaved, and they built this country. And the idea that you can justify calling a baby the N-word by saying that white people are losing the country is absurd. It's morally bankrupt, and it's honestly besides the point. I mean, all these are just distractions from the fact that she wants to justify dehumanizing and even animalizing a small black child. It's disgusting.
What is it?
Yeah,
I
never said that. I never said that.
No, but you may as well have done because you're just an unashamed.
That's the implication of
proud
your. That's the
racist. Let me
implication
bring in Myron Gaines because you've been smirking and laughing. What's funny about any of this?
Well, I mean, I find it interesting that.
Fucking cornball alert right here. Pay attention, y'all. Cornball alert. This guy is the worst.
You guys want to virtue signal and wag the finger and say she's a racist and everything else like this.
No,
but
she
I find
admitted
it
she's a racist.
Well, let me
I'm not
finish my
wagging a
point.
finger at anybody.
She's
I don't need to
self-identified as a
wag.
racist. She
But
said, "I am
Myron,
a
with
racist."
respect, Myron, I don't need to
Because-
wag a finger when somebody says, "Yeah, I'm racist. I use the N-word against black people. I don't care." That's a racist. I'm
everyone
not
isn't
wagging
really-
any finger. I'm not accusing anybody. She is admitting it proudly.
Facts.
Even
Here's the
you
thing.
can't defend that, surely.
Everybody is racist to some degree. The reality is, it depends on. A lot of people want to be politically correct. A lot of people want to say.
Hey, shout out to the chat. It looked like a few people in the chat like that Piers knew. I don't know, cause he seemed like he not going right now. Is what I'll say. So I don't know if Piers knew that she was just a flat out racist. I'm gonna just say that. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Straight up. Shout out Mr. E in the building.
Miss Schlong looks shocked over there.
Shout out. That's what I want to hear from her. Yeah. Shout out Mop Wagon, because that's what I'm saying. You gotta have people that look like you speak against that too. If you not with that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing for us, the oppressed, the people who are violated, to say, "Hey, that's wrong." But I think it means a little something different when your own people is standing next to you being like, "Yo, what the fuck is that? That's not cool." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that if you really an ally, if you really for the greater good of the people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Silence is just like being complicit.
I understand that.
Straight up. So know that. All of y'all out there who call yourself allies and all that shit, who don't speak against this kind of stuff when you had an opportunity, you are complicit. That's how I feel. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all can feel different about it, but that's my beliefs on that. But let's get back to the cornball.
Sit there and say, I'm not racist at all. We all have biases. We all have stereotypes. We all make jokes. We all are racist to some degree. Now,
that's not true.
How racist you are is a whole other situation, but everyone is racist. That's number one. Next thing I want to say.
That's ignorant in itself. That's not a good point. That's just my point number one. That's not a good point, and that's not true, bro. That's just not true. Straight up. Like, shut up, man.
See, I think this Shiloh, Hendricks, and Metcalf situation is a microcosm of a much bigger problem. And that bigger problem is what I call systemic organized. And what I mean by this is, for decades, we've had black people literally running around with black supremacy, committing crimes, not getting accountability for their actions, and then they blame the system for it.
Can somebody tell me what black supremacy is? Oh my God. Can somebody explain this? Anybody in the chat right now, whoever, folks is smart and all that, right? Can somebody tell me what black supremacy is?
I never heard that combination of words.
Bruh, somebody called me a black supremacist.
Oh, yeah.
I was mortified.
In the chat, right?
In one of my comments.
So they're ignorant. All they're trying to say is you're pro-black. And because of your use of Caucasoid and our descriptions and whatnot, they probably...
I don't even put Caucasoid in words, and understand this is for every white person who might be in this chat. When I'm speaking of Caucasoids...
talking about the devil.
Man, I'm talking about people like Shorty.
Yeah.
That's who I'm talking about, bro. I got white friends.
A lot of them.
Like what?
Most of them.
Come on.
Mexican and white. Multiple.
What are we talking about? That's crazy.
But I could see how, when they said it to you, I understood it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not
bro.
being funny, bro.
Cool,
I understood where they were
it's
coming from, bro.
I swear, I'm not gonna do this kind of stuff with you. I'm gonna put you on a Wack100 shit.
Okay.
No, it's cool. It's all good because I get
because
it.
my opinion don't count.
I get it.
Because my opinion don't count. When they said black supremacy in the chat that time, I understood what they meant. They talking blow. I didn't understand the meaning, but what I took from it was pro-black. You know, all about the black community. You know, use terms like I just used. You know. It might seem like that, even though I know you, I know your soul, I know your body, bro.
But anybody, bro, but this
I know you're not racist, bro.
But what, okay, and that's cool, right? But what I want to know is what's black supremacy? If anybody could answer the question, that would be awesome.
I don't think it's a term.
How do we do this exactly? That's what the fuck? I'm going Trap GPT. I'm about to ask Trap GPT gang, what the hell? I'm not even playing because I need to know this. I need to know like what are we talking about?
I don't think he's anti-white. I said that's what the chat could pick up. I know my brother, nigga. I know the nigga not anti-nothing. And he's more for our people than anything, which you should be. Whatever race you are, you should. I think this is a people thing. You know, everybody, but we are we're fucked over. So yeah, nigga, there's a reason for us to want to be pro whatever the fuck we are. You know what I'm saying?
So black supremacy is the opposite of white supremacy.
And what they say white supremacy is?
We know what white supremacy is. I'm just sitting here reading. I'm not even gonna read this because this is just.
But that's the thing. We didn't take a gang of culture of people to another country and enslave them.
So that's what I'm saying. So for them to create, because this is something that's been created. This is never a thing. Black supremacy.
So literally, they're just talking about like a Black Panther or a pro-black person or somebody who only spins in the black community.
Right. Or somebody who wants to help their people who have been systematically oppressed forever.
Exactly.
Damn.
So I don't think, you know.
It's not a thing.
It's
not a thing.
The term
How
for
about
them
that?
is a whole different thing.
It's not a thing. That's
and
what
it has
really ended there. It's not a thing.
It.
Shout out TT Marie in the chat. We all cousins. Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Pro-black doesn't mean anti-white, homie. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. My brother's sitting up here tweaking on phone them, bro.
I didn't say that.
Bro,
I just responded to that, nigga. I don't think you're, nigga. That sounds stupid, nigga. I know you. Why the fuck would I say that? I just think that you're pro-black. That's what they think.
Dr. Umar is black supremacy. Dr. Umar's black supremacy is crazy. Pro something does not mean
say that.
Automatically innate and anti something. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's like, come on, man. But let's continue. Let's get back to this. Shout out the good people in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all being in here for this one. I do. This nigga Myron's a bum, bro. This is why he can't get no women in the States, because you're a cornball and your ideals are like this. This is exactly why.
For example, George Floyd, criminal. Ferguson, criminals. Freddie Gray, criminal. A lot of these people are criminals, and what ends up happening is they challenge the police officer, they get into a physical altercation, things go left, they die, something happens, use of force is utilized, and then they want to cry about the result, when in reality...
But what about the countless people who have died at the hands of police and shit like that who wasn't doing anything wrong. You want to mention 3 people who have a record. Even in those instances, what were they doing?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga is a, excuse my language. This whole discussion made me want to stop using the N-word altogether. Because that's just the type of person I am. Just hearing, I'm just like, bruh, I really wish that we could just wipe this as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But let's continue. This guy's a bum.
Not the police killing black people, it's black people killing black people. And if you want to talk about black on white violence, black people kill white people 2 times as much. And on top of that, most of the shootings in America, a lot of the times, are white people killing, white cops killing other unarmed white men. So this whole systemic racism or police brutality or, oh, it's all so messed up. The reality is this. Black people have been able to get away with a ridiculous amount of privilege in America for a very long time. They're able to be racist with impunity. They're able to call white people crackers without being challenged back. And quite frankly, white America's had enough of it, and the chickens have come to roost. Now, look, am I saying that's awesome? Am I saying that's great? No, but for literally the better part of almost 2 decades since the Obama era, we've had to have BLM and liberalism shoved down our throats, and quite frankly, we're all tired of it.
Right, but just to be clear, you would have no problem with one member of this panel openly saying she uses the N-word at black people with impunity and is proud of being a racist. You have no problem with that?
My worldview on the protection of the First Amendment and freedom of speech overrides my personal feelings. She has the right to say
That's
it.
fine. You can support the First Amendment, but you can also have a personal view about what she said.
My feelings are irrelevant. The Constitution is the Constitution. That's what matters.
You just said a whole bunch of shit with feelings, though. With all due respect, my boy, you said a whole bunch of shit with feelings right there. But now my constitutional... He's a corn, bro. Oh, man.
Well, that's fascinating. Hold on. So when it comes to chastising black Americans about their behavior, about calling white people crackers, as you say, about their moral claims, about the racist system, you can levy a judgment against black Americans for all the things they do. But when it comes to this woman saying the N-word, and this other woman endorsing it and saying that she herself uses the N-word, now all of a sudden we can only talk about the Constitution and the legal right. We can't offer any moral judgment against it. Exactly. That's disingenuous. And it's as the only black American up here, that's quite frustrating to hear.
Here's the thing. If you want to be soft and get offended by that, that's your fucking problem, not mine.
I'll slap.
Let me ask Ricky.
We're not even...
Look, and this the thing, bro thinks he's tough because my boy... And my boy Mark sitting there in the suit, you could tell the kind of man Mark is, right?
Mark get busy.
and bro, when it's you want to be soft about it, that's the type of shit he does while he sips his energy drink to power up. Fucking loser, bro.
That shit got me hot. Don't talk to Mark like that.
Bro is a loser. He wouldn't talk like
fast. He fast. He gathers information fast and fire back. He's the best fire backer.
Hey, look, and this the thing too. This the difference between somebody like Mark, a professional, and Bucci. That's what I'm saying. Now, do you think that he had notes?
No.
Or did he just do exactly?
He had the knowledge in the field.
Levels.
Yeah.
It's levels.
Yep.
Straight up.
And see where Myron goes, that's a low level. You want to, now you're caught throwing names out there.
Exactly.
You want to be soft. You want to be weak. Now you're insulting the man, rage baiting. How I do my brother? You're rage baiting.
Using profanity, and I'm gonna let you stop doing that. I'm gonna just let you look stupid too, because that's exactly what you're doing, and that's funny. That's funny what you're doing.
Been working?
It's cool because it's not gonna happen anymore.
Well,
you want to be ignorant? I'll let you sit on here and be ignorant, straight up. You're not gonna.
Hey, as long as you don't get upset.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what matters.
You're a masturbator.
I'll take that.
That's what you are, a masturbator.
Yep.
Shout out to the best chat on YouTube. Hands down. Let's continue.
Let me ask Ricky.
This isn't about being soft any more than when you were desperately saving these white people.
Hold on. This sensitive nature that you have is precisely why we have this problem.
It's not about being sensitive. It's about I didn't articulate. Hold on. Let me finish, Myron. Let me speak and then I'll let you respond. Myron, sure. I didn't articulate any sensitivity here. What I said, in the same way that you levied a judgment against black people, I'm levying one against the claims you're making. I'm no more sensitive than you were when you made your claim. I'm simply saying I disagree with you. And to immediately jump to you're being sensitive is just a distraction. I'm making an argument here. Just respond to my argument.
No. My argument to respond to that is this. Political correctness, liberalism, and making sure that we are politically correct and don't use certain words to offend people is precisely why we're in the situation that we're in. For decades, we've had to literally tiptoe around saying certain things around certain people, while the other group of people has been able to have impunity and be able to be as racist as they want to be, as violent as they want to be, without any type of consequence. And if you call it out, you're labeled a racist. The reality is this.
That's what I
Black
mean.
people.
So the law and just the outside world allows us to just wild out, run around calling people crackers, breaking windows, shooting shit up with no consequence. First of all, we are the majority in every penal system. Every prison, every yard, every jail, we're the majority. So I don't know about impunity with anything. Second of all, I very rarely hear, because we're in the communities we come from, very rarely you even run into a white person to be racist toward them or anything like that. I swear to God. I stay by USC. It's still, even I stay by USC, it's rare to see a white person in the area, nigga. Yeah, we go at it at each other, nigga. Yeah, that's wrong, cuz. But all this impunity shit is crazy. We the ones, nigga, you see crash everywhere in LA. You don't go to Beverly Hills and see a cop riding around, ever. I'll be in Beverly Hills smoking on the same street 4 hours. Never see one cop. Nigga, I go to Fig in Vernon, I see 30 cops in 15 minutes. So we talk, what you're saying just ain't it.
It's not, bro. It's lies. And that's what I'm saying. You talking about impunity. That's wild. So we just run around doing whatever we want and don't get held accountable for it.
Crazy. We gotta think before we do what we want to do.
Literally, what are you talking about? I remember when all kind of was going on. I remember my mom had the nerve to take my registration and my insurance, everything, and tape it to my windshield.
So they don't have to ask you for nothing.
So,
but that
boy, what are you talking about? I looked at my mom like, what?
She like that. She not playing with it.
She like, look, to have them. You pull it right off the damn windshield. This shit is real shit that we have to worry about, bro. And you sitting up here like, what are you talking about? Impunity. You sound ignorant as fuck, and you don't be in the real world. You be in your podcast land. You be elsewhere, going overseas to get all them ditzy ass, stupid ass women that you like to mess with. Cause wouldn't nobody deal with you in the States because you're a cornball. You know what I'm saying? Talk about passport, bros. That's because you can't get nothing out here. Call a spade a spade.
People don't want to live around black people. I don't want to live around a bunch of black people. I move to neighborhoods where it's majority white because I know I'm safe. Now, this is uncomfortable reality that no one wants to say, so I'll say it for them. Black people commit a lot of crimes. A majority of the violent crime committed in the United States is committed by a small percentage of people, and they tend to be black men. Look, the reality is the reality. People don't want to say it, but the political correctness and being nice and not wanting to tell the truth is precisely this problem. And the reason why you're seeing all the support for Metcalf and Shiloh, etc., is because white people have not been able to step up and say what they want to say for a very long time because of what I said before, systemic, organized, where they don't take accountability for their decisions.
Let me bring in Ricky to respond. Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to say that I agree that virtue signaling went too far, that political correctness went too far, but we're going from virtue signaling being the norm and being praised to now vice signaling being the norm and being praised. It's not just a matter of does this woman have the right to use that word? I believe that she has the right. I disagree with it. But is she now being rewarded with $500,000? Why are we rewarding people for performing vice instead of virtue? This is not healthy. This is destructive to our society. This is destructive to our social fabric, to our culture, to our ability to live with other fellow Americans.
And that's a fact. And that's what I'm saying. How is you fighting for this white woman being able to call a autistic 5-year-old the N-word? How is that helping how is that helping the race relations?
It's not a fight, it's a ride on. Everybody who sent feels the same way, like ride on, you did right.
I know, and it's a lot of people who feel that way, gang.
Half a man worth.
A little over half a man. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even get a rack for YBG to move, gang. I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Me and Slim couldn't even pull a rack for YBG to move.
Well, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's wild. Shout out to Shorty though, because she cooking.
It's gross to reward someone for bad behavior. It's one thing to tolerate it, to say that she has the right to do it, but she called an autistic 5-year-old the N-word. Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like we're kind of like missing the point in the actual context. You can say that it's part of this bigger meta story of...
I'm the one
I'm the woman who called the autistic 5-year-old black kid the N-word. I want to run this back because she's cooking.
Ability to live with other fellow Americans, it's gross to reward someone for bad behavior. It's one thing to tolerate it, to say that she has the right to do it, but she called an autistic 5-year-old the N-word. Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like we're kind of like missing the point in the actual context. You can say that it's part of this bigger meta story of black and white America, but it actually is just like a short little clip, and you don't even know the context of it, and it's actually gross, and if we can't just say that it's gross and bad, then I don't really know where we are.
Well, I think
that part right there, if we all on this panel can't agree that that's gross and bad, I don't know where we are as a nation.
Doesn't even matter. Context doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
The end result was terrible.
And that's the point. The fact that anyone can get up here and try to argue on the side of the woman and try to change it. This is a microcosm of a greater. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's racism, my boy. It's racism. What are you talking about? How do you defend such an act? That is I think about it because Myron probably don't got no kids, right? Because probably don't nobody want to reproduce with something like you, with all due respect, right? But think about what if, you know what I'm saying, Myron, what if it was your little son, right? Because you got some tint on you, right? So come on. So say you had a child in some meta universe, whatever, right? You got a child, and some white woman comes up to your autistic 5-year-old who looks black and starts firing off the N-word at them. How do you feel about that? Again, this is a human thing. People pretend like they care about the greater good of the world when they don't. It's their own interest. You doing this type of content and saying this gotcha ass shit gets you clicks and views. Straight up. What is to defend here, my boy? What's to defend here? It's nothing. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube, man. And shame on all this disgusting behavior. I'ma just, you know what I'm saying? Shame on this disgusting behavior.
It's interesting to me that Lily Gaddis, you retweeted Nick Fuentes, the white supremacist, by saying he said black people just raised $500,000.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there are these people who are like Nick Fuentes, the other dude. I'm not like so familiar with all the white supremacists, but there are these people who are white supremacists, who are our black supremacists. That's what I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get at. For that to be a thing. Like, okay, like,
and then
who's one of the
people they would name off in history would be like, and I'm not saying this is right, but they'd say Farrakhan. They'd say, what's cuz that Bucci be, cuz that wanted us to go back to Africa, all the blacks. I forget his name. Marcus Garvey. Malcolm X. Just people that are fighting for the betterment of us. But these are the people that they would say, you know what I'm saying? That's what they would say. That's what they consider it. But we don't spew hate. We spew equality.
And that's what I
understand.
That's my thing. You know, all this shit is civil rights, right? Mm-hmm. All this shit is equality. Motherfuckers just want to be accepted. That's it. We just want a fair shake. That's it. If it wasn't for the fabric of this nation and what it was built off of, we wouldn't even need any of this stuff. That's what everybody keep failing to realize. I don't even want to get into all this shit. Niggas dumping drugs and guns in the hood. All the, like, come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, bro? Ignorance, if you ask me. And see somebody in the chat, they're like, what's wrong with wanting a foreign girl? I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think that it's something to be said when it's you want a foreign girl because
you can't get a bitch in America.
Period. I think there's something to be said about that. And then you preach this old foreign women thing when it's like, no, you're just a cornball who can't deal with women out here. Yeah. So you have to go overseas and get a woman. I don't think it's nothing wrong with being with whoever you want to be with, bro. Love is love. Whoever you love is whoever you love, man.
But let it be natural. You shouldn't have to fly out of state.
Come on.
Get a submissive, obedient, what you would call a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody who just gonna do exactly what you say, what you prefer at all times.
Because
she
don't really know how things go. They be having them women blink twice if you're still there. Face that. Blink twice if he didn't kidnap you. That's the type of women they deal with.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like they going over there getting some. Because it's them. Let's talk about.
There's the stallions.
Let's talk about it.
No, because there's.
It don't even gotta be the stallions though,
but
it's
there.
the
real woman. The real woman.
The real women
ain't gonna take nothing.
Exactly.
They're like, I don't care about none of that. What you coming with? I seen a 20 before.
Exactly.
You're not doing nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? But the majority is what he's looking for. The ones who never even. They still literally. There's people in the world outside of America that dream of America, like dream of it. So when this guy comes along and.
Somebody said foreign women live here. Then why he can't get one here?
Exactly.
None of his foreign women are from the States, though. Not from the States. None of his foreign women live in the States.
And there's nothing wrong with those women from the country. That's how they were raised. That's how they are. That's their circumstances. But there is something to say for an American man to keep traveling out of the country to get snatched. There's something to say for that, bro.
Period. It says you're a cornball. Let's just call a spade a spade. You probably got picked on in school and all the, you know what I'm saying? And now you just a cornball. So now the women out here, you got to think against. The black people out here, you got to think against, because they was the ones getting the women that you wanted. Let's call a spade a spade. That's what I think Myron's whole deal is. Myron is like, I don't want to say that, but Myron's the kid who got picked on in school because he looked funny or whatever. I could tell.
That's why his platform is kicking in the backs of beautiful, physically beautiful women. They might be OnlyFans girls, but they're bad. Some of them are lookers. So that's what he goes to. He wants to attack them because you guys chat on me my whole life. I became an FBI agent. Now I'm nothing. And now I'm back to y'all bitches. That's how I look at it.
Gross. Let's continue. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube, hands down. Gotta change his thumbnail too.
For a cold-blooded killer who stabbed a white teenager to death. So I don't want to hear one word about the Shiloh Hendrix fundraiser. Either everyone gets to be tribal or nobody does. Why would you retweet that?
Because I agree with it. Because we have to fight fire with fire. I mean, at some point, why are
nobody does?
Why are Jewish people allowed to be tribal? Why are black people allowed to be tribal? But as soon as white people stand up for themselves, we're labeled
some of the most oppressed people in the America. Like,
what I'm saying.
This is like
that we could pinpoint where we come from, where we were taken from. Yeah, you come from the Caucasus Mountains. I understand that.
We don't know where the hell we came from. We've had everything stripped from us, bro, and had to figure it out to the point where we create culture.
That's why we have our thing. When we know you know what I'm saying, nigga? That's why we group up, nigga.
Because we have to for survival.
And we have something in common, nigga. We're trying to survive, bro. Yes, like you said, nigga. I never see no all white AA meeting because they white. Or nothing of the sort.
Shorty's bunk. And Myron wanted to jump out of his seat at the chance to respond to that first. Like, damn, at least let Shorty do her thing, bro. Why you gotta be Captain Sava?
They're using very tribal. Fire with fire. You know what I mean?
Bro, them is dog whistles, gang.
Yeah.
It's like, the rest of y'all come out.
The Viking horn.
Come out.
Yeah. We're here. We're here. This is where we're meeting.
Trump does a lot of that, dog whistling. He say little terms that only if you know, you know.
Yeah, he's probably the best.
Straight up.
He'll get the country riled up from that lawn over there.
Come on, bruh. Say some cold shit, went right over the majority of folks' head. Got to who he needed to get to. I'm talking about? Niggas stormed the Capitol.
For real, though, in a real way.
No, they stormed the Capitol. Everybody's good, though. They was dancing. All in the shit, taking pictures. Niggas got bare skin heads.
Yep.
All kind of
Viking horns, heavy Viking horns.
But we talk impunity.
Yeah.
But we talk privilege and impunity.
Was that like 100-something people? So a lot. Just say a lot.
And they all good. Hey, those mugshots look crazy.
Now look at here. If that was even 30 blacks, deaths on the scene.
Stop it.
On the scene, though.
Talk about it.
Deaths on the scene. There's no doubt about it. Bloodshed. You don't think twice. Those are animals over there. You take them down.
Talk
That's
about
how they
it.
treat us. No question, no doubt about it. That's all I say about that.
That's wild work, man. But let's continue. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube.
Tiki torches. That's a fact.
Come on, bro. I forgot about the damn tiki torches. I forgot about the tiki torches.
Nigga.
Impunity. They out there telling you, hey, we white supremacists too. They telling you.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? Impunity? Myron, you're a whole cornball, bro.
I stopped wearing overalls after that day.
I'll never stop wearing overalls.
I seen too many.
And let me tell you this, my boy. All that joke shit is funny, but niggas was out there in button downs.
Niggas was
you understand me? I'm you making a joke and shit, but it wasn't no hillbillies. It was folks out there in suits and shit, holding tiki torches, boy.
Facts. That's a fact.
The fuck?
That's a fact. You know they show us what they show us. That's a fact.
I'm game, nigga. You don't sit up here like
how many people was that though?
Helly, it was number torches.
Like 50, like 500.
Bro, you can see
like
that
500?
shit. You can see that shit from a plane. You can see that shit from a plane, bro.
Like
it was.
How many people stormed? Like
it was
100,
bloody
like
heaps of them.
Like
It was like 100. It was like 100 that stormed the Capitol.
It seemed like a lot more on TV. They was climbing up shit.
Bro, they was in the offices. They going through the desk. They writing with the pens. They passing their own bills and shit.
They went to Shorty's office and did all type of destruction.
Nigga, they was in there passing bills, and you gonna give me this? My cousin locked up, old Fred down there in Texas. They was doing it up. Motherfuckers talk impunity, privilege. Ain't that a bitch?
Racist. And by the way, you call people racist when you want them to stop talking about things.
No, I called you a racist because you admitted you were racist. Hang on. I called, just to be clear, I called you a racist because you openly, proudly admitted you're a racist.
Because you said you was.
So it wasn't a question of exposing you or pointing my finger or trying to get this out of you. You proudly sat there, bold as brass, and said, yeah, I use the N-word all the time against black people. I'm a racist and I'm proud of it. That's what you did.
Racism is just having a preference. I prefer not to live around black people. I prefer not to live in a country where white people in our country are disproportionately attacked by black people. Where in my country, you can have an Austin Metcalf where he asks a guy to leave and he gets stabbed in the heart. I prefer that. That's a preference. Now, what a real racist is, in my opinion, is seeing someone as less human. I'm a Christian. I believe everyone's created in God's image. So I don't see anyone as less human. But that doesn't mean I'm not allowed to have a preference and say, I don't like what happens to be coming out of this community or that community. How is that a bad thing? How is that not just a preference?
Because you've literally made black people sound lesser humans. You don't want to live around them. You want to use the N-word in relation to them, a word that you know causes that community unbelievable offense.
My fault? Is that my fault? If they have bad behavior, if they want to act in a certain way, if I have to cross the street and be afraid that maybe because of the crime statistics that are very real, by the way, is that my fault or is that their fault for having bad behavior?
This sort of bad behavior sounds crazy, and everyone has bad behavior. But this is what I want to say. You know, it's so funny to hear Shorty talk like this. I wonder how many times she's had some foul interaction with a black person. Yeah. I wonder how many times she was robbed by a black person. Yeah. Probably never.
Oh, God.
Probably never. But you don't want to live around them and this, that, and the other. Are you shitting me?
Based on statistics and TV and
come on. The propaganda shit y'all put out there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, dude?
Facts.
Don't no black person want to harm your ass. Knock it off.
That's a whole elbow. For you, for
come
what?
on.
For you, for what? I got real ops out here.
Come on, but I was saying that shit one morning on a live I was doing on the phone. I'm like, bro, it's kind of crazy because, this be the thing, and it's not even to try to because we ain't trying to be like them, us, and all that shit, but this is the thing, right? The crime statistics that they're talking about are this is our crime against us, bro. This is not, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
And everybody understands why to pull from Bucci Bear, Lil Pookie and Lil Ray Ray got into it. Lil Pookie from A side, Lil Ray Ray from B side.
They
open close.
Yeah.
It's done. You got folks walking around here looking like motherfucking college professors who be skinning folks, wearing they skin.
Damn, that's that Ed Gein.
I'm just saying, let's talk about it.
That's that Ed Gein.
Let's talk about it.
White man.
shooting up schools.
Yeah, mass shootings be white men.
Hey, look, brother. Hey, and I'm not, again, I don't want to make it a
We're
us
not doing it
versus them,
you know?
but we're just talking about it. Yeah. The Charlie Kirk shooter.
The white man on the roof.
I'm just saying.
But we get blamed somehow.
How much times, I wonder how much time Shreddy got called a derogatory term for a white person out loud.
Yeah,
Probably
how
never.
many crackers have you heard?
Probably never.
That's a rare thing.
Come on.
It's very rare if you're white to have been called a cracker directly to your face. That's super rare.
Come on, dog. Come on.
But we've all been called niggas.
Niggas out here arguing shit that they never even been through. That's the cold part about it to me. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You just look nasty. You just look nasty. Like, what the hell?
And when you say that, right? She ain't.
And hold on, really quick too. I want to say this too because again, we're on the actual live. I want to say this too, right? And you know the thing about you know these serial killers and all this. I don't know no black serial killers.
I know a couple. I do know a couple. Handful.
All right, I don't. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know any. I don't know any who are made. Excuse me. I don't know any who was made icons. That's what I'll say, right? But you know what y'all do with y'all bad behavior, right? Let's talk about it for a second. You know what y'all do with y'all bad behavior? Y'all reward it with documentaries and interviews into the mind of a psychopath. Into the mind of a motherfucker who kills people and wears their skin.
Great film and great series too.
Because y'all want to get into the minds of these people. You know why? Because y'all don't know what's going on. Again, this is environmental when it comes to us. But it's shit going on. Y'all don't even know what the fuck is going on with that. But you so afraid of us. Like, come on, y'all make y'all serial killers and shit icons, gang. Y'all make them beloved figures in y'all culture. Let's just talk about it. What's the nigga who wear the glasses? The Dahmer?
Dahmer. Yep, Dahmer. Killed the gays.
Right. Hey, how much people walk around with the Dahmer glasses? That's a thing.
I know Dahmer glasses. I've seen Dahmer glasses.
It's a craze and shit amongst folks.
With a blonde dye on top.
Come on, fool. Come on, fool. Come on.
Well, like, what I was gonna say was, where do you think this stems from for her? Is it all, you know, media, what she's read, what she's learned, like how, like
it's
you know,
taught.
from the household?
It's taught.
Okay.
It's taught behavior to me because, yo, let's be honest. We know of white folks who family rock a certain way for real, right? But they not necessarily pushing that on their kids. They would want one thing or whatever, right? But they don't necessarily push that. And given their kids are going to school, having friends of these different races and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So they see a different perspective of things. Hey, mom, I brought home Ray Ray or whatever. Yeah. Ray cool, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this kind of shit is, this is deep seated. Her daddy taught her this. Okay. Her daddy's daddy taught her this and taught her dad. Do you understand what I'm saying?
She's never lived in she's always lived in an affluential community.
She never been around no black people you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I was just trying to figure out. Because I know she ain't never been robbed or nothing. So, bitch,
for sure. That's what I mean.
Where does it come from, bitch?
It come from a long line of racism and hatred. Yeah. That's where it comes from.
Yep.
Straight up.
Yep.
Let's continue.
That's mind-boggling to me for multiple reasons. I mean, we're talking about bad behavior. You know, we've never lynched you. We've never enslaved you. We've never done any of the deep-seated structural forms of injustice to white people that white people.
And real quick, I'm about to run this back. And this is why I say, like, you know, he got the verbiage. He got the verbiage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he's saying the same shit I just said, but he said that shit way smarter, gang.
Somebody in the chat said that too.
For real, he said that shit way smarter. Shout out Mark Lamont Hill, man.
Mind-boggling to me for multiple reasons. I mean, we're talking about
shut up, Myron.
Bad behavior. You know, we've never lynched you. We've never enslaved you. We've never done any of the deep-seated structural forms of injustice to white people that white people have done to black people, and yet to claim some kind of moral superiority in the midst of, and again, in the context of a conversation where a white woman is calling a 5-year-old autistic child the N-word, and we're talking about black people's bad behavior. This is absurd. And the idea of fighting fire with fire, again, is a dishonest argument. Just to take us back to the point here, the people who are supporting Carmelo Anthony's campaign believe that he was wrongfully charged, and they're trying to get him legal defense. The people who are defending this woman are saying, yes, we know you called the 5-year-old autistic black child the N-word, and we want more of it. We approve of it. We support it. These are not the same thing. And it's bonkers to me that we couldn't all stand and say, hey, it is wrong to call a 5-year-old autistic black child the N-word. I mean, Myron, let me just ask you that question.
But that's the problem with the nation right now. This is a perfect example of how fractured everything is. But people want to act like, oh, everything's good. Oh, you guys are getting jobs. And like, no, bro, this is a perfect example of how fractured everything is. Period. Like, what? This is nuts, man.
I think this is a yes or no question. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you think the woman was wrong to do what she did to that child in that park?
I don't approve of that, but what I will say is that it's very important to understand the entire context of what led us to this position, because again, Metcalf and Hendricks is a microcosm of a much larger problem.
Yo, black people getting equality and Black Lives Matter and all this shit is not the reason for that lady calling that
She said what the problem was. She said he was taking my kid. The kid was trying to play with toys that weren't his, that belonged to the other kid. That's what happened. We don't need backstory. Nobody was hit or harmed. The lady said she was touching my, or whatever, she or he was touching my kid's stuff, referring to toys, and was called the N-word. They act like.
Because he's a clown.
Yeah.
Because he's a clown. Like, what are you talking about? We got to understand the context is just what my brother said. Now, let's all just say that she was wrong for doing that. Oh, yeah, I don't agree with that. But this is to a greater thing. Maybe she wouldn't have called that kid the N-word if Black Lives Matter didn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, what are we?
Extreme gaslighting.
Extreme.
The gas pipe is broke.
Extreme gaslighting, gang. Yeah. Like, what? Shout out to the best chat on YouTube, man. We're going to do this for a little more.
Earlier, we were talking about tribalism when you were mentioning Nick Fuentes' tweet. Here's the thing. Black people could be as tribal as they want to be. You have people like Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar Johnson running around about black power and marry black women and keep it in the hood and all this other stuff. But if white people assemble and say, you know what, white power, we need to keep our nation white, they're immediately ostracized and labeled as supremacists, and they get banned off every single platform. I find that interesting. And matter of fact, you went ahead and
the same thing.
No, actually.
The most affluential places, the places that get the most money in LA are either Jewish owned, community wise, or white owned. We talking Beverly Hills. They all shop in Beverly Hills. Louis, everything's out there, nigga. All the high class spots, all the little lunch spots, all traffic all day from the morning to the night. Always traffic, foot traffic, people coming through spending cash. We want to talk about Santa Monica. You go to the promenade, nigga, all day, nigga spending money with white businesses. What do you mean, bro?
He don't mean nothing. He don't mean no good. That's what I'm gonna tell you. He don't mean no good. Anybody with speech like this don't mean no good.
I wonder if they believe it. I know she does, but does he believe this, or this is how? What, you know?
Yeah, and I don't know, but I low-key said that earlier. It's like sometimes I feel that these people know that these things will get these reactions, and they will sacrifice how they look as a person and even who they are to do this. Do you get what I'm saying?
To get that moment.
To get that moment, but it's a bottom line thing. It's to get that bag. Please don't be fooled, because you could sit there and you could do this yourself amongst your friends and the rest of the people who feel this way, and you don't have to put it out. You get me?
Yeah.
So for me, it's the bottom line. Oh, you want to get the bag because you know that this disparaging ass shit get clicks and views, and I think that's disgusting. Me personally, that's literally the definition of selling ass. But to answer your question, I don't know whether he believes it or not. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I look at him. I look at his skin color.
Yeah.
I believe that he is literally quite like. He's literally the definition of African American.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying, he's literally the definition of African American, bro. Yeah. How could you stand for some shit like that? You know, but there are ignorant people from every background. So who knows?
And then there's just haters. Like we said earlier, he's the guy who got teased. He's also the guy who looked at the cool guys who were running sports and hated them. Wanted to be them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You could tell Myron's a hater for sure.
For sure.
And I think that's why that's
why he got ripped later in life.
Right, and that's why he hates. That's why he disliked black people too. Because I think he's got a thing with black people too. Anybody who just throws the hard ER out there toward black women is crazy. And I wanna, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the black men who be sitting around him who let him do that. The guests on the show, because it's been black guests on the show who hear him say that, and y'all so weak, and y'all want the moment, y'all want to be on Fresh and Fit, Dumb and Dumber, Lame and Lamerer, you know what I'm saying? So you don't say nothing about it. Straight up. The men who work in that building with him, they think that shit is cool, bro. They sit up there and let him, and that's another thing too. He not talking about how he used the word.
Yeah.
Nor do I think anybody on the panel is familiar with his bunk ass content to where they would know that he uses that word.
Because I did not, and I'm an avid watcher of Fresh and Fit. Something happened a while ago. They was off YouTube, so I stopped watching. It's around the Kevin Samuels era. You know, I liked all that shit, you know. But, and Fresh is really like an African, ain't he? Like, I never heard him use that term, but clearly I can see that he did. I know you're not lying, and I see how I knew how he felt anyway. I knew how he felt about race anyway, but the most of the stuff I watched was based toward women. You know what I'm saying? Just comedy. It was just humor. I didn't believe in that either.
Multiple clips I've seen, and I don't need context for that. I don't care what somebody was doing. For you to hurl that term toward them is nasty. But this is the thing, right? I think the manner in which that they speak to women on a regular basis is disgusting and nasty.
Yeah.
Straight up. So, I mean, you know what I mean? But just for that word, that shit alone, it's just like, come on. But it's a wonder he feels the way that he does. But let's continue. Shout out the best chat on YouTube. I see y'all in there doing it up.
Hit that like if you haven't, please.
Shout out West in Peace. She said love to all the cousins. Love to all the cousins in the chat, man. Again, I hope nobody misconstrues anything that I'm saying here, because again, I'm not trying to make it a race thing, even though it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, those who aren't with this kind of behavior need to speak against it. Straight up. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody. Shout out Mop in the chat. Y'all go sub up to Mop Wack expeditiously. Bro, got the content going up over there. Shout out Scoob in the building. Q, I see you. Shout out my cousin Wavelink TV, Wavelink Gaming in this month. You hear me? Shout out my girl Jazz. Just cuz, you know what I'm saying? ACOG, I see you. Shout out all the good people in here, man. I'm glad some of y'all was in here for this, because again, to me, this was just good. I'm gonna start running stuff like this. Straight up, because I be wondering to bring to the good people. Like, man, what y'all feel about this? Shame on Myron and his whole thing. Whatever he got going on, shame on it.
See, that's the same thing, because here's the problem with black people.
No, it's not.
Shut up. Here's the problem with black people. Shut up. Wow. Shut up. Shout out Bam Flacco in the building. My good people. Andretti in this smoke. Shout out ADOS Mississippi. Shout out them with $9.99 on the 40. Greatly appreciate that, gang. Shout out that. Shout out to everybody who sent snaps on the 40. Don't know how many of y'all did or whatever, but shout out to y'all. Greatly appreciate it. This is some good ass content, Neem. We fuck with it. Hey, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Again, y'all know I'm a no jumper reaction channel over here and everything, but I'm gonna start bringing a lot of this stuff to the Just Neem, because again, y'all know this is no jumper. I feel like that's why we don't got as much traction as we usually have in here on these subjects, because this channel is geared a certain way, and all that stuff makes a difference as far as YouTube. So but again, to me, I just be wanting to talk about stuff like this. And again, I do have the @JustNeem. For any of y'all who have not subbed up to the @JustNeem channel, please make sure y'all do so. I've been promoting that shit at the end of every video, and I feel like it's been doing pretty good too. We almost have 400 subs over there. I just dropped a video today. I got another one I'm gonna be dropping over there after this, but I'm gonna start going live with more like news and all that kind of stuff over there. So if y'all do want other content, please sub up to the @JustNeem channel. But we gonna start going live over there very soon with all the shits. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out Tiffany in the building. She said, yes, this is much needed content. That's what's up. And all y'all who like this stuff and all y'all who like me talking a certain way, because I know a bunch of y'all do. But I also know a bunch of y'all come here for what y'all come here for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at that. But please go sub up to that @JustNeem channel, because we're going to start going crazy over there with all the everything. Shout out Gangland DJ. Dropping that link. Y'all hit that link, please. Y'all also join up in the Discord. We're going to be in Discord this evening, doing it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be in there kicking it with the people and everything. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. But let's continue.
Hold on, let me finish this. Black people practice the very racism they cry about. You guys can gather together and say Black Lives Matter, Black Power, but if white people get together and say white power and gather together, they're considered white supremacists and they get banned off every single platform. Why is that Jared Taylor and Nick Fuentes are banned off every platform for practicing white nationalism, but black people are allowed to stand every single platform getting interviews on a Breakfast Club? Explain that to me. There's a two-tier situation here where black people...
Because we've been notoriously oppressed, bro. Like, it's just crazy. And it's crazy. It just sounds like you beating a dead horse. Right? But it's like you have to say that, because he acts like none of this shit, he act like history don't exist.
Yeah, man, you gotta stop saying it's not about race, nigga, because it is. It doesn't matter if we made, like, they are not oppressed and us blacks are.
Period.
Us colored Mexicans are. The Jews were. Whites have not been oppressed, bro. Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of either.
You know.
Shout out to W Neem and all that. I like that. I'm glad that y'all really rocking with this too. The few of y'all who in here, I appreciate that. It's like 99 people in here. I think it might be like 15, 20 of y'all active in the chat. Whoever's listening, whether you at work, you in the gym, whatever you doing, if you could take the time, if you haven't already subbed up and smash that like for me, please and thank you. Please and thank you.
Able to benefit off of being racist while whites are not. And what we're dealing with right now in America is literally a backlash to this black supremacy has been able to run around unchecked for a long time, and no one has the balls to call it out. Here's the other thing I want to say. Everyone's flipping out over Shiloh Hendricks is saying the N-word.
Hey, can I respond to the point you just made, though?
No, hold on. Nobody flipped out like this when the United States was getting destroyed in 2020 because of black protests destroying every liberal city in America. So I don't want to hear it about, she made $100,000 because she said the N-word. Who cares? They destroyed billions of dollars of structure because someone got killed who was a criminal. That's the problem in America. You guys get a privilege that no one else gets to enjoy. You could be racist.
Okay.
And
all right, I have to hang on. I've got to hold it there. We've got another guest joining us. Mark, I'll come back to you to respond to that in a moment. But we've been joined now by Jacob Wells. He's the Christian founder of the Give, Send, Go donation site that boasts.
And they're like a vampire.
On me. You got ask that nigga in the crib.
Oh my God, what the fuck? He say he's a priest?
Yo, and this guy owns GoFundMe or whatever it is, and he's supposed to be a Christian, and they wondering, hey, why do you allow this kind of stuff on your platform? I don't really want to get too much into homie's situation. I would tell y'all to look this up yourself.
You think that there should be a blockage or like on a GoFundMe situation? Like, you think a nigga like that's a meth addict can be like, yeah, I need more meth to go, like, GoFundMe, right? But just tell, like, whatever it is. And GoFundMe should be able to block that?
I feel like I don't know what that's. I don't know if that's like freedom of press, freedom of donation, or something. I don't know if that's like just a right that hey, if I want to try to get
raise money for this,
you know what I'm saying? It's about who want to give to the cause of homie smoking meth or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying?
The platform you do it through, and we get our percentage. And that's
right now, I think that's like. Yeah, I don't know, because that's weird. You feel me? I don't think that's morally sound. No, I don't. It's not okay to smoke meth, right? That's a crime. So I think that, like, something like that you shouldn't be able to do. Right?
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'll say.
I don't think you should be able to raise money because you called a autistic 5-year-old the N-word.
Yeah, you right. But I think, I think she probably lost her damn job.
Well, I ain't heard that part.
I haven't either, but I'm just using my brain thinking what could, because I think about what you said. Hold on, I think about what you said earlier though, right? And you was like, yo, I wonder what the GoFundMe read.
Yeah.
Like how did she ask for donations? So in my mind, it couldn't have been, hey, I called this 5-year-old autistic black kid the N-word. Give me some money.
The video that's gone viral about me, I've been getting doxxed and harassed.
Okay, boom.
And that's what, and everybody knows the video you're referring to.
Right.
If not, they're gonna go peep it. And niggas felt bad for her enough to give her half a man.
Right.
There's no other way to word it, bro. We know what's going on.
You're right. Shout out the best chat on YouTube. She probably didn't have a job in the first place. You couldn't. Just talking in the camera how she was, you couldn't have a job.
You couldn't think, you didn't think of no consequences. You said, I'm going home from here. I'm going home, I'm staying home. The way she was talking.
She probably got a racist husband who take care of all the bills, gang. Straight up.
And now
that's a fact. Too. Shout out Looking. That's probably a cold fact right there. She don't even have no job. You know what I'm saying?
And now she don't need one.
And now they all good. Golly.
Viewers can make their own minds up about who's parroting what here, but I appreciate you coming on, Mr. Wells. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Piers.
Okay, let's go back to the panel there. I mean, Ricky, it seemed to me a lot of inconsistencies in Mr. Wells's position, not least the donning of the Christian hat when it suits them, but then removing it when it doesn't.
I think it's definitely tough to make the call here and there and where to censor. I err on the side of not censoring as much as possible, but I agree with you that the selectivity of having issues with abortion but not with these campaigns is certainly a problem. But I also want to go back to our point before too and make the point that I hate this argument that because some people were tribal, we should be tribal too, and shouldn't we want to live in a society where we say tribalism is bad in general and negative in general, and so therefore we should be erring towards individualism and not fighting tribalism with more tribalism? I think that's a net negative.
I agree. Myron, your last words on this.
Okay.
And I just have to say shout out to Shorty, but I have to say that I disagree with that. We have been forced to be tribal. Period. We've been forced to be tribal. This is not like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
It's the way that shit was set up for us to where we have to look out for our own and we have to be pro us because who else is gonna do it? The powers that be have not thus far.
Yeah.
So we have to, bro. This is out of sheer necessity, man. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, let's continue.
They act like the whites ain't linked up.
Because they never got.
Like they ain't been linked up, man.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Like they just came together now? No, they've been like this since the beginning. Like, the fuck? Come on. Shout out all the good people in the chat, man.
The thing with tribalism, it's a natural human instinct. Like, we are literally designed to want to be in communities and want to be a part of a set of community because it ensures our survival. It's been that way since the beginning of time. So the thing is that people are typically going to align with people that share similar features, and that's why we have the tribalism we have going on right now. So the problem is it's not going to go anywhere. I think the problem is that we've had this penting up for literally decades, and this has been a response to it. You have people that are coming out and supporting someone who you guys might deem as a terrible racist, but I think it's also very important to understand how we got here, because if we're going to look at the smaller problem, we can't look at the bigger problem, and it's what I said before, unchecked, systemic.
All right, Mark Lamont Hill, your last words on this.
This repeated use of the word, I think, first of all, I want to just register that as offensive, particularly as someone who doesn't identify as a member of that community and who is not, right? I think that's incredibly
I'm the definition of African-American. I'm the definition of African-American.
And troublesome, and to as a Sudanese American or an outsider who's using African American, the very technical term, the same way that Elon Musk is an African American, I think it is a bit disingenuous. But the bigger issue here, I think, is that this idea of equating of one side to the other side often loses track of this issue of power. To use his example, when Black people stand up and say, "Hey, let's build our own stuff. Hey, let's have a Black power movement. That is not the same as a white power. I'll let you speak uninterrupted. Let me finish, please, my Sudanese brother. So when a black person says, hey, let's preserve our culture, I have no problem with Italians or Irish people or anyone else saying let's preserve our culture. But when we don't talk about ethnicity, but actual race, and white people say let's preserve whiteness, it's an exclusionary practice. It's about preserving laws and practices and tactics that do harm to other people. A black power movement was about opening stores and building businesses. A white power movement was a white power. A white power movement was about something very, 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 very different. A white power movement included lynchings and included Ku Klux Klan, etc. So let's not pretend that these are opposite sides of the same coin. When white people say, let's save our country, and even using the language of our country, when black people built this thing, when you say that, you're talking about forcing people out of the country. You're talking about laws that discriminate. You're talking about doing harm to people. Let's not pretend these are the same thing, just like these GoFundMe campaigns are not the same thing. I'm okay if everybody gets out of the GoFundMe industrial complex. I'd love that. But let's not pretend that supporting someone for a fair trial is the same thing as supporting a grown white woman berating and calling the N-word to a 5-year-old autistic black child. And the fact that everyone in here can't be unanimous in condemning that says exactly how they're not the same.
I totally agree. I'm going to go to Lily Gaddis and just ask you one more time. I mean, you've been so unashamedly proud of being a racist today, proud of using the N-word whenever you feel like it. You've had a bit of time to think about this. Is that how you want people to leave this panel debate? We're thinking of you as a disgusting racist?
I don't really care what people think about me. As long as you care about what people think about you, you have no power and you lose your country. What I care about is freedom of speech. And if you're not allowed to say the most offensive things in this country, you do not have freedom of speech. I don't care what anybody says. So that's the main crux of this situation. That's what I care about with this situation. It is, we have lived for far too long in a country where you can have your life destroyed. And people say, oh, she doesn't need this money. Her life's destroyed, by the way. She'll never be able to get another job. She's got children to have to support. And I don't want to live in a country.
And that's what she has to deal with. That's called accountability for your actions. You can't just do whatever. You can't just say well, you can just say whatever, but you are also held accountable for the things that you say. What are you talking about? She can't get a guy. Yeah, rightfully so. You're an open racist. What are you talking about?
She can't get a job.
Yeah, but that's what kind of was in my head too. Like, I don't know. I would just think that probably maybe she had a job and got fired. Again, we don't know that's the situation, but that's what the devil up here is talking about.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I mean,
that's
she up half a man. I don't give a damn about that job shit you talking about. Oh God.
Job turkey motherfucker.
Country where you can say an inappropriate, rude thing, which, by the way, black people can say things to white people all the time and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
well, go
not
on then,
have
say it.
Look,
say
you
the
will not have
go on, say,
speech.
go on. Say.
Get it right.
No, hey, he was wild for this. Go on, then. Go on, say it. I know you want to. Just say it. Go on, say it. Yeah, just say it. You want to. That's cold. On gang, get at her.
She ain't.
Nah, get at her though. Get at her. Go on, say it. Yeah, you want to.
Well, go on then, say it. Say
You
the
will
M-
not have
Go on,
free
say. Go on. Say the M word. Go on.
No.
hang on.
Invite. No.
No.
I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her berating to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here, you and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and asking her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent here. I understand what you're trying to do. But we already know she's racist, and I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there.
Piers trying to get ratings. Hey, he just mad. He's gonna fuck.
Hey, look, and I feel like that's why people be like, Piers Morgan, low key bunk too, right? Because I think about that, and then I watch his reaction there at the end, and it's like we laughing because it's like, yeah, go on, say it, right? Like that's funny or whatever. But then think about that for real though.
Mark got
What?
high.
What?
You like, why you invite this?
What do you mean?
I'm the only nigga here.
Yeah, I'm the only nigga here. That was indeed wild. That was wild, Piers. What you mean? Go on, say it.
I mean, shit.
No, but what if she throw it out there then? Then now she's done that.
He got his moment. It's all entertainment, right?
See, but that's why people feel the way that they do about Piers Morgan too, though. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Cause again, that was out of pocket for bro to even ask her to say some shit like that.
He's my type of guy, bro. I fuck with Piers. I ain't gonna lie. It's the issue, nigga.
Hey, I
This
swear.
right here, you say this shit, bitch. I ain't playing.
Nah. Cause what if Shorty had said it? I would have been hot.
Now I'm viral.
I would have been just as I'm tight already, but I would have been just as tight as Mark had she have said it. So that's why it's like I get why Mark.
But you know she wouldn't have though.
I know, but still though. But I get why Mark flew up the handle because you don't see him do that type of shit.
At all.
Especially
only him. That spaz and flip was the only time I seen him out of character.
Right, but you know, no Joe Budden podcast ain't CNN, Piers Morgan, Fox News Network. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him behave in this manner. He never get out of character. He always
that really upset him.
And that's what I'm saying. And I understand it. And it's like, you know, go on, say it. Like we laugh, ha 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 ha, right? But it's like that shit ain't funny, and that's super out of pocket. And even what he said, like you wouldn't have a Jewish person up here, you wouldn't
terms at all, or any other race.
You wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But that's that shit though. That's that freedom of speech. Right?
Yeah.
Go on, say it.
Yeah, pushing the issue.
That's fucking wild. That was wild.
But Jonah tell him, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. No doubt about it.
Shout out the best chat on YouTube, man.
Salute.
Shout out Mark Lamont Hill, man. Really a professional, man.
I'd like to thank you for putting me up on, cause I knew him from the Joe Budden podcast, but I didn't know about his knowledge, the way he acted.
Really?
How he acted. I thought he was just square butt. I thought Cub was just square butt. Come to find out, he a professor. He's very knowledgeable, and I like him.
Yeah, me and B read a book that bro put out about Palestine. It was fire, bro. It was super fire. But yeah, bro is educated and to me he be doing his shit.
He's very smart, bro.
He is, and he's educated and well informed, and he's not trying to win, if you understand what I'm saying. He's just trying to get the
understanding,
and he's trying to get the truth out there, because we live in a society right now of all the information, whether it be true, false, altered, AI. You could find whatever, and you know what I'm saying. You gotta do a lot of sifting through shit to find, like, yo, people think they could just Google what's going on off the top, click the first thing. No, you gotta do digging and real research on things. You feel me? Yeah. And a lot of the stats people throw out there be wrong and falsified. You know what I'm saying? So what I find with bro is he just be on some true shit, some fact shit. You know what I mean? That's it. And he really for his people, and you know what I'm saying? That's to be commended, you know, and for his people with critique when need be, you know what I'm saying? But he's not trying to like tear us down, like, you know what I'm saying?
Salute the best channel on YouTube, man.
Like Bucci and all that. But yeah. Love you too, bro. But shout out to the best channel on YouTube. I greatly appreciate y'all for being in here for this one. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to definitely sub up to @JustNeem. I need that. You know what I mean? Again, we're gonna be doing all kind of subjects. Again, I was just about to do the Wack100 shit, but I dropped a video on that or whatever, and then, you know, when I was doing the reaction, I'm just like, man, this shit is super bunk. Again, I'll be battling with what I be doing here on the internet. And it's all good because, again, I know what people, the majority of the people here come for, and it's the no jumper content. So that's why I do that, try to make jokes and be funny with that shit. But I also do listen to and follow a lot of different stuff that I feel is just as good. That's what I'll say. You know what I mean? Again, this is an old debate too, but I was just like, maybe maybe this is something people should hear. Shout out to everybody who was in the chat. Shout out to the white people who was in the chat. I feel like it was a few white people in the chat and they understood exactly what was going on here. You know what I mean? This ain't no hate speech. This ain't to be like, oh, us against them, because that shit ain't doing nothing. You feel me? But again, allies should speak against this kind of behavior from their people, just like we do when we see, or I'll say I do, when I see dastardly behavior from my people, I don't champion that. I don't act like, oh, that's cool, right? Everybody seen the Nova situation, everything going on with Nova, right? When nobody championing championing that behavior at all. I spoke against that, all that shit. Street work, anybody who involved in it, all that. I have my opinions on it, and I don't think it's right. Me personally, you know what I'm saying. But again, you got to speak out against that shit. W Stream Knee, man, I love that, bro. I love that for all 60 of y'all who was in here rocking with me. Hey, shout out Stephen Allen too. Bro said earlier, he was like, we the whites do not need Myron to speak up for us. Nobody wants Myron to represent them. I'm just telling you, like, again, the crux of this for me is just like good and bad. You can say whatever you want to say about freedom of speech and all that, but it's like, yo, if your freedom of speech is harming other people, if it's hurtful, hateful, harmful speech, then it shouldn't be tolerated. Simple as that. That's black, white, Mexican, Asian, it doesn't matter. Hate speech shouldn't be tolerated. The LGBTQ, don't tolerate it. I'm just throwing that out there. You feel me? That's my opinion on it. Straight like that. Shout out Poltergeist Portal. Shout out Varys in here. Eastside Dub. What's the word? He said this high quality content right here. Man, I love that, bro. And I hope that y'all will rock with some of this too. Again, like I said, I'm gonna start doing this on the Just Neem channel. I'd like to just convert this to all these damn subs, but I understand what folks is over here for, you know, so I'm gonna still try to push the limits where I can. I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm gonna still try to push the limits where I can, but please, if y'all could go sub up to that at Just Neem channel, I would really appreciate that, man. Shout out Gangland DJ in there modding. I appreciate that. Shout out Britt the Beautiful in here, Antonio Green, Tartan Mystic, good to see you. Hope all is well with you and your family. Gangland Andretti, what's the word? Foolie KB360 in here as always. That's my dog. Stephen Allen, what it do? Y'all go sub up to Mopwap expeditiously. Shout out my dog Varys. Shout out Dom. Ron Jones, I see you. Natasha, what's the word? ACOG, what's the word, ganger? The Midtown Pookie is crazy. Salute you, dog. Dre Nettles, my dog. Monty, J-Dog in the building. Chaotic TV pulled up. Brienne, what's the word? TT Marie, shout out all the good people again, man. I appreciate y'all for being in here for this one. I thought it was good. And I want to have more discussions like this, man. Maybe we'll bring a panel up next time and do some and have a discussion about race relations. That was wild though. Shorty on there was absolutely wild. I'm just like, damn, she has no problem saying that she's a racist. And that's the thing. Like, I even think about Hellcat or whatever. I don't know nobody outwardly. I don't know me personally. I don't know any black folks who just outwardly be like, hey, I'm racist. Yeah, I'm racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was just wild to me. Like, shorty just like, yeah. He's like, so hold on. You use the word? And she like, yeah, quite frequently is what she said. She said, yes, I do, and quite frequently. That was crazy to me. Because, I mean, let's be real, right? Neiman just clips. Only reason I'm... Hey, let's just be real, right? We all know folks be saying that shit. We all don't fuck be saying that shit in the confines of their home with they peoples or whatever. Do I believe that every Caucasian says the N-word? No, I don't. By no stretch do I believe that. But we do know they do, and just because we don't hear them say it don't mean that they don't. But I've never heard anybody just be like, yeah, hell yeah. I say it quite frequently. When I feel like you're acting like that, yeah. Yes, I say it. I'm like, damn, she cold. She cold for that. Shout out Varys. Best channel on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to be. That's what I'm trying to be. You know what I'm saying? They say it foul too. Brit the Beautiful said, yeah, they do. You know, I'm telling you, my brother back here, my brother live in a fantasy land. I'm not even gonna lie to you. A lot of shit that I went through in LA, just have gone through in general, like he ain't really went through. Like I'ma just be real, and I don't know how things are so different with him than me or any of the rest of my family, because all my family has these different situations. Again, I probably get called the N-word. It's not just from cutting somebody off in traffic or anything like that. I probably get called the N-word maybe like, I don't know, like once a week. I'm not even exaggerating, bro. And folks be so emboldened saying that shit. I just be like, whoa, bro, how do you even like, and why is that what comes to your head? Because that's what you have in your heart. My brother asked the question, yo, a white person, boy, you don't be like, oh, white boy, or whatever derogatory word toward them. Hell nah, because that's not where my heart is. If that's what I did, I will have no reason being, I will have no problem being honest with y'all and saying, yeah, I do. But I don't, because that's not where my brain goes. If I think, oh, fuck you, I think fuck you. I don't think fuck you, black guy, you, white guy, F you, Asian guy. It's just F you. If I think you're an idiot, you're an idiot. It doesn't go, insert race, idiot. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Shout out Mean Green, Ganja King in the building. One in a week is wild, bro. That's a crazy average. Maybe I might be exaggerating. This is what I'm going to tell you, bro. This shit happens quite frequently. How Shorty says she used the N-word quite frequently. Well, I hear it used toward me quite frequently. That's what I'm going to say. We don't got to put an average on it. That's what I'm going to say, quite frequently. That's what I'm going to say. So, that's what I'm going to say. But anyway, man, shout out the best channel on YouTube, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I appreciate my brother pulling up, rocking with me for this one too. I'm bringing y'all some more content. I'm gonna drop a video on the Just Neem channel shortly, so y'all stay tuned for that. And again, those of you who aren't subbed up, please, frequently is insane, straight up. But it's a fact though. Shout out Showface News in the building. But it's a fact. I'm just keeping it real. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this too, right? My brother stays my brother stay in a certain area. It's majority Hispanics where he stay. I stay in an area where it's majority white people. I'm be honest with you. I stay on the side of the town where you feel me? It is a lot of white people. So maybe that's why I'm hearing it. But again, they're saying it. That's what I'm trying to drive home for y'all. They're saying it. I hear this. You heard my brother tell a story about the neighbor, bro. I ain't even gonna get into that because I'll be talking too much anyway. But they say it and it's foul and it ain't right. Straight up. And you definitely should not be using the hard ER toward a 5-year-old black kid. That's a kid. Not to mention the fact that the 5-year-old black kid is autistic. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But again, shout out all the good people in the chat. Greatly appreciate y'all. We gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? And we gonna end this how we does. Y'all know how we does. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know how we does. Shout out to good people.
Calling the Mach 5. Come in, Speed. Trixie calling the Mach 5.
I'm in the middle of a race, Trixie. Don't talk to me now. Can't you wait till it's over?
he's glowing. Fumes copping and going. Bagging in the Louis ski suit like it's snowing. Nigga took his sniff, ripped his shirt like he Hogan. Sales popped the 6'6" from 3, he was poked up. Blew a kiss at the CEO like I'm gold dust. Always us, I don't even know what he thrown up. Coughing up blood, meet the legend of Big Dog. Greg Lauren gloves, Mitch match with a big drum. Having powwows, each one gon' teach one. I don't know Spanish, but for work I'ma speak some. Devil trying to change, God plan trying to tweak some. I was on the grind since the guy for a week plus. I was on the grind, Valley Mass in the Jeep Park. Ocean 44 in Scottsdale trying to eat lunch. 25 Ferrari truck jumping from speed bumps. Ever since break for Paris, niggas can't keep up. Nigga dropped a brick on the floor, had to sweep up. Murakami LV case from my teacup. Whoa.
See no evil, third eye covered, but I hear him call me. Wicked ways for the cash, till the demons haunt me. Even Victor off his lab with a kilo on me. If I wasn't rapping, I'd be cooking in your bitch apartment. You think she raw, we still treat her like she stepped on me. You know the cocaine lexicon is extra long. They throwing rocks at the sky, and here they got a lot to say. But it's quiet when I pull up, I'm the Tesla guy. We dying to crash out, the airbags Louis Vuitton. Before I landed, boy, that shit wasn't doing the job. You know that Scorpion put air in the tires. You couldn't open the locks. We brought the money, power, you know the key to life. I still have Adidas nights. Well, I can't let Diego, you know. I still end up deep in white. My mama told me not to touch the stove. She was right. Sorry, mama. I was a grand wizard, glass pop blizzard. Money Bigfoot on the pedal, speed the Benz up. So much blowing these coke wings, shit lift me up. Yeah, them broke niggas envy us. Keep them over there, shit. I just had to leave me. Niggas wanna be me bad. Talk like me, walk like me, cook like me, look like me, raise like me. Hope white yacht through the foggy water waves like me. I don't even need a bar. Hop out and walk on the water. My plug stuck at the border. How I'm supposed to get the order? 10K for the court seats and I only stayed for a quarter. Stop!
Steve, listen to me. Always his brother Hap has got to win. Please let him.
Why should I let him win? I'm out to win myself. Now sign off and don't bother me.
But Hap must win so that he can pay for the doctors to make his sister well. And besides, Hap would then be hired to manage a big car factory. That would solve all their money problems. Please let him win, Speed.
It doesn't matter to me what his reasons are for wanting to win. I wouldn't be playing fair if I let him win the race on purpose.
But Speed!
I'll see you when the race is over, Trixie.
But Eloise is ill.